F overnight in parts of the country for the first time ever. Met Office forecaster Rachel Ayres says the daytime highs would be unprecedented, with temperatures even topping 105 Fahrenheit. It comes as a hot wave scorching Europe wallops a country more used to mild weather and rain. Hot weather has gripped southern Europe since last week, triggering wildfires in Spain, Portugal and France. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
And French investigators probing a suspected arson fire. It's raging in the country's southwest, have detained a man for questioning. News and analysis at townhall.com. There is some drop box drama in the Pacific Northwest.
A month before Seattle's primary election, signs are appearing near ballot drop box locations, warning that the boxes are under surveillance and asking anyone who suspects illegal activity to contact the King County Republican Party. According to the Seattle Times, King County elections officials are not happy about the signs, and they're suggesting that they may not be legal. So they are looking into it. Tasha Stevens reporting.
Always hypersensitive about anything to do with Taiwan, Communist China is promising to take resolute and strong measures should House Speaker Nancy Pelosi go ahead with reported plans to visit the self-governing island. Pelosi is due to visit Taiwan next month, according to a report in the Financial Times. She was originally scheduled to visit in April, but had to postpone after testing positive for COVID-19. Again on Wall Street, Dow futures up 231. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Gonna be a scorcher today. Yeah.
Yuck.
It's gonna be like 107 or something today.
Every day has gotten increasingly hotter. Every single day. I almost had a heat stroke yesterday. Like, legitimately, I almost had a heat stroke.
I was watching the news. It was the national news yesterday, and they were talking about the heat wave, I guess, around the world. And yeah, they were showing like I guess London's having really.
That's the craziest part because London is very not ready for this.
Well, this is that they said like 2% of people in London have an air conditioner.
Yeah,
that surprised me.
It just really.
I just didn't think it got.
Look at London, dude. It never gets hot there. It's foggy London town at best.
Well, they got summers, don't they?
Yeah, they have summers, but it never gets hot there. Like at best, they get like, 70s, 80s. Like
really, they don't get
yeah, no, it's temperate because it rains there a lot. And so
yeah, I do rain, but
it's just the land is cooler.
I thought they had
cooler area.
4 seasons like the east coast of our country has.
I mean, they do have. It's almost kind of always like fall.
Okay. I've never been to England. So I've been to Germany, been to other parts of Europe.
It's kind of like if you've ever been to like, there's parts of the United States where they just don't have air conditioners. It's just not a thing that they've ever wanted or needed to have.
Yeah, but even more temperate places, I knew growing up, they had air. Like my grandparents lived in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And now I'm not going to lie, the downstairs did not have an air conditioner.
Right.
But the upstairs did.
Sure.
But but there's still one available, a window unit. I'm like, aren't these people in England going to their Walmart or whatever they got and buying a window unit and stick it in their flat or whatever?
I guess now they are, but it's never been a thing. In fact, most flats in London are built like to maintain the heat, like to trap the warmth in. So they're basically my house.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Warm?
It was like 2 hours after the sun went down last night. My floor, the cushions on my couch were still hot to the touch.
Wow.
Yeah. It was miserable in my house. Everybody finds a fan to sit in front of, and we just kind of camp out there.
Just get a fan.
Mm-hmm.
I got a fan.
Oh, dude, it sucks so
well,
bad.
I got good news and bad news.
I don't want to hear it.
Like today's going to be 107.
Tomorrow's going to be hotter.
No, actually, no.
No.
I think today's the high water mark.
Oh, really?
Like we're gradually dropping back down to like 100. And then there's even like rain chances later in the week. So
basically, 3 hours ago, the entirety of southeastern New Mexico took a real vicious party drug. We're peaking right now. Today is the day, man. We're rolling. All right?
So I'm guessing it's cooler after here. I mean,
here's hoping. We are for like what?
Marginal, but it's cooler.
I was really under the assumption that monsoon season was going to cool things down significantly.
Well, that hasn't happened yet.
It let me down. It has let me down.
Well, maybe there's a chance. Maybe it's, taking a week on vacation.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a half glass, monsoon half full kind of guy.
Monsoon don't work too long. It need a break. Monsoon season, like the producers of South Park, we can only do 2 weeks, and then we got to take us a week off.
I haven't seen the part 2.
Have you not?
Of the streaming wars yet.
You haven't seen all of part 2?
I just saw the first one.
See, I'm further along than you. I thought you finished it.
No. I watched the first one, and then the second one came out last week, and I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through that one.
Okay, that one just came out like last Thursday.
Oh, I guess I watched that one brand new. I didn't realize. I thought that one was out.
No, there's Streaming Wars 1.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the part 2, which just came out last week.
So, yeah. But I've
watched all of part 1. I haven't watched part 2 yet.
It gets dark.
Well, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of all do.
They really all do.
But
mad,
I'll check that out later on here this week. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great day.
A great day.
Great day. So I teased this a bit yesterday, and I got a few minutes to chat before I'm going to get in our interviews and all. Let me do the rundown real quick, then we'll do the chat. We're going to replay an interview this hour. Tracy Fry with the Roswell Public Library joined us Friday, and they're wrapping up some reading program and getting into back to school. So we talk about that. Is that blue raspberry?
It's not.
What flavor is that blue?
It's something passion fruit.
It's very blue.
It's very blue. It's one of the Skittles water, like the pouch added things.
It's like windshield washer fluid blue,
right? Dude, I have been amazed with these like little water. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The little pouches you mix them into your bottled water.
Yeah.
The colors you can get off of these.
Yeah.
I didn't even know existed in nature. There's a mango one that's so orange it puts the bulldogs to shame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like electric orange.
Now, the only ones I use is like little squirt liquid ones.
Yeah, those are
Milo or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's
Mio.
the only ones I've used. I haven't used the powders, but
I'm not sure exactly. You know what? You do the rundown. I'll go find out.
All right, you do that.
All right.
So we're going to play our interview with Tracy Fry from the library this hour. Next hour, we're going to have around 8:15 Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell going to join us, give us an update there as they're gearing up for the fall semester. A couple weeks away from all that. And then in the back half of the hour, we're going to have, I believe, all of the folks from the Chavez County Extension Office join us. I think it'll be Andrea, Tamara, and Drew. I know there's a lot going on as, of course, 4-H gearing up for fair season. Of course, Tamara, they're always busy with the health and home ec side, and then Drew with the ag side. So I think all three are joining us today. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to replay our interview we had Thursday with Amy McVeigh-Tejas talking about their big drive-through heritage dinner event happening here at the back half of August. So we'll play that for you. Plus, we'll do all of our other features and all that, too.
Only during Historical Society fundraiser season do I ever crave chicken Oscar. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's like, I I haven't had chicken Oscar in so long. So this one is pineapple passion fruit. It's one of the Skittles tropical.
See, I would have not thought of that color as those flavors.
I also have mango. Oh, I was gonna say I thought I said mango tango, mango tangelo,
mango chutney,
and this one's kiwi lime. So,
all right,
there you go.
I don't know if those are my bag, man, but
there's so many of them now. Like
Yeah.
if you ever just get bored, just go to like your local dollar store and just look at some of the water additives.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many now. They have Sonic has their own.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where you can get it's cherry limeade and ocean water.
I'll say ocean water had to be one of
and they're
those.
both terrible.
Are they?
The cherry limeade is kind of palatable. Like if you mixed it with water and then mix that with like a Sprite, it would be okay.
I was about to say, aren't those carbonated drinks?
Yes. Yes. So
see, that's the part that's got to be hard.
If you use this as like a mixer with like a soda, then it could work because you need that carbonation.
Yeah, because otherwise it just tastes like a flat Sonic drink. Yeah, which, who wants that?
In fairness, the cherry limeade was not bad because it's like a lemonade, so it's you don't really need carbonation.
It works,
for that.
yeah. But the ocean water,
it was too coconut forward too. Like there wasn't enough of the other part of it.
Oh, that sounds a bit rough.
It was interesting.
It's like drinking that coconut water.
You look at blue and you think blue raspberry like you did, not coconut.
Yeah,
but that's what.
Well, isn't there like Bahama Bucks? Don't they do like a blue coconut or something? My wife would know this. She's the expert on.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
still no.
My wife is a connoisseur of. She like my wife. I think fell in love with the Bahama Bucks in either college or pre-college.
Right.
Because she used to always, like in Lubbock, go to Bahama Bucks. She's a huge Bahama Bucks fan.
And for the sake of them potentially being a future client, I will not speak on this on that company.
I've had their stuff a couple times. I like it.
It just seems very unnecessary.
Largely.
I mean, there's things that they do that are cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
I guess
we have other places here that do that.
I think because you and I don't look as or at least I don't, as a destination to get a slushy drink. Like,
right.
Usually I want other food, and then they say, I'll take a slushy drink.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Because
that's me, but I know I'm not like everyone else there.
I will go out of my way to get a Slurpee.
Yeah.
A Slurpee, though. Like a 7-Eleven Slurpee.
Yeah.
It has to be that because they nailed the formula. Now, I know Slurpee and Icy are the same company, but for some reason, the Slurpee, they nailed the formula.
Well, it's more nostalgic for me. Like, I grew up eating Slurpees, so the Icy was the GoBots of Slurpee.
For me, it was different. For me, it was Slush Puppy.
Oh, okay.
Like, I went into all the carry-out corners, the Diamond Shamrocks of the world, and they had the one Slush Puppy, here's your ice-flavored ice, and then you had the pumps on top.
Yeah,
and you could, like, pick your flavor that way.
Yeah, I remember
those. Were great because you could just add as much flavor as you wanted.
Yeah.
That ruled.
No, I used to like playing the Slurpee roulette with the Slurpee machines, and they usually have 2 to 3 flavors.
Right. And the cool thing is Slurpee, they were always, like, changing it up. It was never the same flavor at the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one...
like, they always universally had Coke, it seemed like.
Yeah. Coke.
And then it would be cherry or grape or...
And then you get weird. And then it was like all the Fanta flavors.
Yeah.
The best one I ever had, actually, was one of the weird flavors. It was a Sour Patch Kids one. And it was, it was that perfect blend of like the sour and the sweet. It was awesome.
Well, I'm just saying, kids, the Slurpee machine was my Coca-Cola freestyle machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would literally go through and just mix. And, but then if you do it right, it's in layers. So sometimes you get orange, and then you get your cherry, and then you get whatever.
But if it's anything hotter than like 85 degrees,
then it melts.
It's an amalgamation of brown.
That only works for like a minute.
Right. Then it's just brown.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what kids call it now because I don't know if it's a socially acceptable term. But do kids still do suicides? I love the single laugh out of the other room. No, it's just okay.
I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that question.
When I was a kid, we used to start at the end of the soda fountain and you just tap it.
I'm guessing somebody does.
Bap, 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 bap. Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Diet, Sprite, the ginger ale, root beer, whatever.
I imagine there's a very small window of people that still do that. Probably most people know.
I love that, dude. That was like my favorite thing to do back in the day.
I didn't like doing it with sodas, but I just like doing it with Slurpees. And I don't know if it's a carbonation thing or something. I don't know. By the way.
Huh?
Yes, Roy.
I was going to say, I did that.
There you go.
I do that.
When I was like 10,
Right.
Long John Silver's or whatever, and I'd get like one of everything. And we did call it suicides back then.
Yeah, but what do they call it now? Because that's not a socially acceptable term, right?
I would assume. No.
Beats me.
Okay. It has been described. Okay.
Are you?
I'm trying to find it. Oh, that's okay soda. Okay. Yeah, suicide. It was the hilarious act. No, that's completely different.
I mean, they also call the running back and forth in gyms suicides, don't
See,
they?
See, I didn't call it that. And I don't remember what they called it.
According to Reddit, this is what it says. Stupid pop-ups. Go away. Okay, it says, why is it called suicide when you mix all the flavors of soda and a soda fountain together? And why does it always sort of taste like Dr. Pepper, even when Dr. Pepper isn't one of the sodas? The concept started with alcohol, so it used to be more suicidal than it is with soda.
That would make sense, yeah. And that, I think I've done. But
I did that at a party once with Joe Pye. That was the drunkest I've ever been.
I did it.
I wall walked that night.
I did it at a bar in Italy. They had a drink called the Zombie. And it was literally a thing of every shot of everything at the bar. It came in like a big golf cup.
Now, if you were baller back in the day, you would do all the sodas and the tea.
Yeah,
yeah. That's when you get weird. You're like Arnold Palmer suicides.
Suicide with a twist.
With a twist.
You know what? I'm full out on the Dr. Pepper Dark Berry.
Full out.
Full out.
Okay.
I tried to have another one yesterday, and it's tasting worse to me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm out on the Dr. Pepper Dark Berry.
You're not somebody that. So my mindset is, even when I don't like something, it's carbonated, so I'll go back.
A lot of times I can, but that one I was like,
Really?
I can't do this no more, man.
I wonder
It's
if it's
just
the
not
current.
It's just not. It's, you know what? Diet Dr. Pepper cream soda did the same thing to me.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with
It did the same
cream.
thing to me.
And I still get that kind of revolting, like, because most of the convenience stores here in town only have the zero cream, the zero sugar cream, Dr. Pepper creams, and it's like, y'all never have just the regular Dr. Pepper Zeros? The heck?
What's up?
Who's this into Dr. Pepper and cream soda?
Right? I can't be.
All right. Strong shoe.
I didn't even get to my other thing. I'll do that later. All right, we got to get the interview rolling. I want to talk about the Savannah bananas. I want to talk all about the Savannah bananas.
No, I do too.
But
I agree.
I need to devote some time to it. So, all right, it is 7:21. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Extremely dry and extremely hot weather building in area-wide for today, folks. We have plenty of sunshine coming in, a bit of a southerly wind, and our high temperatures are ranging anywhere from 105 to 109. Actual highs here, not heat index. Those will be the peak temperatures today. Now, the overnight low right around 75. We're near 105 on Wednesday with plenty of sun, maybe a pop-up storm. That's your latest forecast. I'm Jennifer Naramore.
That's a new term, a pop-up storm, like a pop-up dinner theater or something. I like it. Currently 79 degrees. Enjoy that while we got it here in Roswell. Humidity is at 30% with winds out of the southeast at 8 miles per hour. We do have, as Jennifer mentioned, heat advisory today. That's going to go from 1 this afternoon till 7 p.m. because it's going to be hot. 109, yeah, that's what they're saying. Mostly sunny, 109 today. Winds out of the south, 5 to 10. They're saying there's a slight chance at an isolated shower tonight, 20% chance. Little monsoon situation. Mostly cloudy, overnight low is 75. South winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow, 104 under mostly sunny skies with northwest winds 5 to 10. Another 20% chance at some isolated showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 74, south winds 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny, 101, northeast winds at 5 to 15. Thursday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 73. Friday, 20% chance at afternoon showers, mostly sunny and 99. And then for the weekend, partly cloudy and 100 on Saturday, sunny and 100 on Sunday. So it looks like maybe Friday, and then tonight and tomorrow night, some slight chances of some isolated showers. So knock on wood, maybe we'll get a little moisture there. maybe a what they call pop-up shower. We'll get one of those. It is 23 minutes after 7. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview with Tracy Fry from the Roswell Public Library on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 623 head of cattle sold on Monday on an uneven market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold $5 to $10 higher. Feeder cattle sold steady. Packer cows and bulls $8 to $12 lower. 3 to 400 pound steers $2 $2.28. 3 to 400 pound heifers $179 $184. 4 to 500 pound steers $191 $2. 4 to 500 pound heifers $169 $179. 5 to 600 pound steers $162 $191. 5 to 600 pound heifers $161 $169. 6 700 pound steers $158.5 $162. 6 to 700 pound heifers $135 to $161. 7 800 pound steers $154 $158.50. 7 800 pound heifers not well tested. Packer cows $70 to $75. Canner and cutter cows $60 to $67. Packer bulls $83 to $88.50. Feeder bulls $74 to $78. The top half of the cow-calf pairs $900 to $1,185 per pair. Top half of the bred cows $800 to $1,025 per head. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Attention Roswell and surrounding areas. Roswell Nissan announces a special vehicle liquidation event. Newly arriving inventory and an overstock on pre-owned vehicles means Roswell Nissan's got to make room. With huge savings on Frontier, Yukon, Ram, and more. Even some 2021s and 22s. And rock bottom back-to-school savings on Lexus, Chevy, Jeep, and even an Audi A5. If you've been putting it off, now's the time to trade up and save. The vehicle liquidation event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West
Martine's
2nd.
Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Get pampered at Roswell Skin Center. Dr. Cometti and his team offer an array of medical aesthetics, including chemical peels, facials, Botox, filler, and laser. Loyalty membership gets you $50 off your first treatment. Get more info and sign up for rewards at roswellskin.com.
One of the best things about summertime in New Mexico is all the great places to go and neat things to do. Camping in the mountains, swimming at the lake, exploring the caverns, and so much more. And what makes all this fun and adventure possible is a dependable car or truck that fits your family and hauls your toys. That's just what you'll find at Roswell Ford. Here at the Tailgate Nation, we have the best selection of nearly new cars, trucks, and SUVs in southeastern New Mexico. They've all survived a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee to make sure you're happy. You know Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. If you have one you want to sell, we'll make you a cash offer on the spot and give you a week to think about it. This summer isn't going to last forever, so make the most of it with an upgraded ride from your friends at the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford at the corner of 9th and Main, the official sponsor of Summer Fun.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion, unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
Roswell. Good morning. It is 32 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning from the Roswell Public Library, Tracy Fry back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. How about you?
Good. It's Friday. Can't complain. Got the weekend coming. And I know it's been probably a pretty busy summer so far for folks at the library.
Yes, it has.
Summer reading program's been going hot and heavy here, and we're wrapping that up here. We got you still. So if you're trying to complete your reading requirements for the summer reading program, whether you're an adult or a child, you might want to get on the ball here because it all wraps up next week. So.
Right. The 23rd is the last day of the program.
Okay.
And if the children, if they have their cards and they're punched 6 times for 6 weeks of reading, they go on a raffle to win prizes.
Nice. And And of course, adults can get prizes too.
They get weekly prizes.
Yeah, they get the
gift
weekly gift cards. So if you have not been taking advantage of it all summer, you got this weekend or this week and next week to get that done.
Correct.
And get you a few maybe some gift cards or something like that. But,
right.
Obviously, it's probably a little late to be signing up for the summer reading program at this point.
Yes. It'll be
because you do, but you can still participate in the activities and things like that. The real hurdle at this point is you're required to read a certain amount of hours of reading to qualify for the prizes and to complete the program.
Certain number of books.
Yes, number of books. I'm sorry. To complete the summer reading program and get the certificate and everything. But at the end of the day, if you're just finding out about it and we want you to learn because the whole point of this is to get you to read more and to utilize the library as a resource for learning and reading and all that kind of stuff. So if you're just finding out about it, come participate in the activities. There's still a few activities left for the kids over the next 2 weeks here. Even though you can't really sign up for the program, you can still participate and grab a couple books and see how many you can read here in the next 2 weeks. And then get on the list next year when in the beginning of June there when they sign up for the summer reading program. Then you'll be ready or be first in line for when they sign up then.
Right.
But that being said, we do still have a couple of fun activities between now and the end of the summer reading program to let people know about. So where do we want to start?
So today we're going to have we've been having Friday movies at 11 a.m. So today we're going to have a movie. It's going to be Rio, and it's at 11 a.m. Everybody's invited. It's a family movie.
Yeah, it's animated. Is that the one with Chris Rock as a parrot or something?
Something like that.
I don't remember. Yeah. I know Chris Rock did one of those movies where he was an animal, and I want to say it was Rio, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah. I'm sure it's still. They're all filled with famous voices and everything.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So we'll have movie and a popcorn at 11 a.m. and then after that we'll have a STEM program.
Okay.
And we've been having a STEM program after each of our programs. And today's program will be they will be making elephant toothpaste.
Okay.
So the STEM teacher has that. I'm not sure how to do that.
So there's so many questions. I'm like, is it toothpaste for elephants or is it toothpaste for us made from elephants? What are we talking here?
Well, not made from elephants. You're gonna get us in trouble here. But
and to be honest, the paste for the elephant to brush is the least of my problems. I'm just like, I'm worried about if I got to brush an elephant's teeth. I'm like, I don't care what the paste is, but I'm just curious. Maybe it's a large tube of toothpaste, elephant sized.
They're going to create something. So
cool.
We will. Well,
it'll make more sense when you come be a part of it.
Correct. Come be a part of it.
Good deal. But that's today, right?
Yes, that's at 1 a.m. The STEM program's at 1 a.m. I'm sorry.
You come at 1 a.m. No one will be there.
1 p.m. today.
You can't drop books off at 1 a.m., though. They got the book drop off. You can drop 24/7.
Just be careful in the alley.
Yeah. But no, the program will be 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah,
good deal. But come early for the movie at 11.
Yes.
Rio will be showing, and that's bring the family or, just come, and there's popcorn and
lemonade.
And lemonade. So just get you a good spot there to curl up and watch a movie.
Yes.
And then stick around and make some elephant toothpaste afterwards.
Yes.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be hot. You can stay in the library a little bit longer and cool off.
Exactly. It's going to be 100 plus, so the air conditioning works well in the library there. So come out and like Rio, and you think it's probably elementary age kids is probably what it's geared towards. Is that maybe middle school enjoy the movie, but the project may be a little
more
bit younger
for elementary age. Yes.
Gotcha. But hey, I don't know. You just might want some elephant toothpaste. Why not?
You want to see what it is? Come on over.
Exactly. So that's all today. What's next?
Tomorrow we're having our fun day. So every Saturday we've been having Legos or board games at 11 a.m. And then at 1 p.m. we have another STEM activity.
Excellent.
And the STEM activity tomorrow is bubbles.
Okay.
So they're going to be making bubbles.
Nice. So come and do Legos and board games in the morning. And then after that, come out and work on the bubble STEM project. Here.
Correct.
You can kind of have some fun with that. And I'm sure it's way cooler, like their bubbles and things. Like you buy that little thing at the dollar store. And that's fun for a minute, but usually when you do stuff like this, they got way cooler tools.
Well, they're going to mix it all together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be it's like a more steroided up bubbles situation here.
Yes.
Very good. But that's all tomorrow out. What time does everything get underway?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
So,
that's when, and then So come there at 11, enjoy play a board game or get involved in some of the Legos there.
Right.
And then stick around for the STEM activity afterwards.
Correct.
So very good. So that's tomorrow. So tomorrow we got your week. We got those days filled for you.
Right.
And then I'm guessing next week we got a couple things.
Yeah, next week we're gonna have, it'll be our final for the summer Mother Goose program on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. in English and 5:30 p.m. in Spanish.
Okay.
And then Wednesday we have our final music and movement story time at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
We have a ukulele program that's on Thursday. We have two of them at 10:30 and 2, but the classes are full.
Okay.
But with our other classes, we know that sometimes people don't show up after we call them. So if it's something that you really want to do, you can try to come and wait and see if there's a spot available.
Yeah, and I imagine it's the issue is enough ukuleles for everybody is probably. So if someone doesn't show and there's an extra ukulele, then come on in.
Yeah. And that's our final week. We have, of course, the last Fridays in July, the movies and STEM programs, and that about will conclude our summer reading program.
Okay.
But we just asked everyone by the 23rd the children to turn in their punch cards.
Okay, so that's our deadline for you've got till July 23rd,
which is a Saturday,
which is next Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow. Is your deadline to turn in all your times and books and your reading your lists that you did for reading to qualify as a completed summer reading program and to get your shirt and all the stuff that comes with
they get a free book, a certificate, and then they're in a raffle, and we have
for the prize.
For the prizes, and like we have Kindles, and we have other prizes too.
Good deal.
So,
but you want to qualify the ring so you can get the stuff we've earned, and then a chance to win the cool stuff here too. And then same with the adults. Is the 23rd the last day for them to turn in?
Well, that's the last complete week of the summer reading. So yes, if they fill out their little raffle, they'll be in the running to get a gift card.
Okay. So basically, they got a raffle today or tomorrow. And then one next week? Is that kind of how?
Well, I
for the
normally make
adults?
the adults. I make the announcement on. I include Saturday.
Oh, okay.
So I make the announcement on Monday or Tuesday. I call someone.
Oh, okay. Then. So next week you'll hear for this week, and then probably a week after that for the final week there. But get those turned in today and next Saturday, so you can get in on those drawings for the adults there too.
Right.
Don't forget the when we come with the summer reading program, especially for adults. The idea is to get reading material out of the library. So when you turn in those things, these are books that at least are available at the library. I know people get books in many ways, but the whole idea is to get you to utilize the library.
Right.
So please, when you do talk about your books and turn your books, make sure it's the ones that you check out at the library.
And they can also use the ebooks.
Very good. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be the physical books. You can go online to the Roswell Public Library website there and check out the ebooks and what have you there too. So good deal.
Okay.
So what's next?
So that will complete July. We're going to start extending our hours.
Okay.
So we'll be open on Sundays from 2 to 6 starting August 7th.
Nice.
That'll be the first Sunday.
It'll be nice to get back to having some Sunday hours for folks too. Yeah.
We finally have enough staff to do it. So
good.
The August 7th from 2 to 6 is when we'll be open.
Just out of curiosity, are they still hiring over? I know the city's got a bunch of openings, but is there still some library openings?
I believe there is like part-time positions still available. It's like the library aides.
Okay. If you go to roswell-nm.gov, you can see all the job listings that the city has. So if you're looking for the ones in the library or any other department with the city, you'll find them right there. So and I know if you're looking for those kind of jobs working for the city, it comes with good benefits, and I mean you get it's a career that you can raise a family on. It's something that's got benefits and retirement plans, and it's not just an hourly rate and good luck to you. It's more of a future. So if you're looking for that kind of job to settle down roots or keep your roots growing, go to the city's website and start applying for some of these jobs. But I imagine with your aides and stuff, those are part-time college, summer employee type things.
Not summer employee. We would prefer.
Yeah, it's almost over. But.
But we would prefer them to continue. They work the hours, or if they go to school, the director tries to work the hours around their schedule.
But it's a good job for like a college student or something there, and imagine, too, as a library staff person, and when there's not work to be done and you're on your break, you got a pretty quiet area to study, too.
Yes.
Yeah, the library is generally a place to do that kind of
right,
thing. So.
Right.
Good deal. But so in August, we're gearing back up into your regular
7 days a week.
7 day a week activities now. Of course, with the Sunday hours back, or at least some Sunday hours now. That's a great news. So you can come Sunday afternoon and check out a book or something if you didn't get a chance to do it on Saturday. Or now you don't have to wait till Monday anymore. And that kind of stuff. So good option there. But I do also want to point out too that you can utilize the library's resources online. And so even like before, when they're closed on Sundays, you can still go to the city's the library's website and check out and download ebooks or audio like music and that kind of stuff and or if you need help with like tutors, things like that. There's all kinds of resources there. Yeah, you can't physically walk a shelf and pick a book out, but you can kind of browse the ebooks and see what those are available for check out. And I know you're thinking they're not books. Shouldn't there always be a copy? But guess what? In the digital world, people need to get paid just like they do in the physical holding a book world. And so they treat it like a X amount. It's even though it's digital, not something you can hold tangibly. There's X amount number that the library has that they can lend out to people. They can't just say, "Yeah, sure, 1 million people can get it," and because they've got to track for royalties, and authors still need to get paid for their work, and that's how that works. So, yeah. But so just if you're curious, I know some people are like, it's an ebook. Why is it checked out already? It's because there's only a certain number of licenses that the library has to give to let you read them for free. So good deal. What's next? I know I got a little bit of a tangent there, but
that's okay. And we're gonna still have in the children's area the Take It, Make It craft. So the kids can come in and pick up a bag, and it has like a little craft in it, just to give them something to do at home. We're gearing up for our fall programs, and we're going to try to have some programs also on Sunday during those.
Oh, great. Like a Sunday activity after church kind of thing.
Correct.
Cool. That'll be nice. I think some families will really like and taking advantage of that. And, and don't forget, there's a lot of resources through the library for families that if they're wanting to help their children. I know with COVID and everything, there's been a lot of gaps in education for some of these kids, in those ages, especially if they're younger in those formative years, that they're still aging. And if they're behind on their reading or math or any of these things, there's lots of resources the library offers for free to help parents pick up the slack there, whether it's make and take projects like this or something online, or even setting up some of that formal tutoring through the online stuff. But there's many different options there available. As parents, you should utilize it. And don't forget, all of this is free of charge to you as long as you have a library card in good standing. So,
And if they're planning a last-minute trip before they go back to school, just remember the museum pass.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with this, they've had it for a few years. It's through the New Mexico Department of Tourism. And it is a pass that's good throughout the entire state of New Mexico, and it's good for, I think, 15, 20 different locations around the state to get in for free, up to 6 people. Just to give you an example, Lincoln is one of those. I believe there's a museum in Cruces, I can't remember the museum. I think there's a museum.
There's one in Alamogordo, the Space one.
Oh, the Space Museum in Alamogordo. There's various art museums, and I want to say the Nuclear Museum there up in Albuquerque. I want to say that's on that list too, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I know there's quite a few.
There's quite a few on
that's from Santa Fe and Albuquerque.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're about to take a trip around the state somewhere, swing by the library and you can check out this pass. It's not like a book where you can't renew it. You have to be in. It's a first come. They can't hold it for no bun. You can't do it. It's you walk up to the front desk and say, hey, do you have any of the New Mexico tourism to get into free to some of the museums? And if they got them, which they do, they have several copies. But then you can check it out. It's yours for 7 days, and then you have to bring it back in 7 days. You can't renew it. Can't check it out. So. You want to wait till right before your trip before you check it out, and then make sure you're back in time to return it 7 days later. So, but it's you could save yourself, like if you got a group of 6 going to see. I just know, like when you go to the courthouse in Lincoln, it's about $12 a person roughly.
Yeah, because
time.
I just went.
Yeah.
And I was glad I had to pay.
So that's over $70 in savings
Yeah.
right there for your family.
Yeah.
And that's a lunch.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yes.
or another activity you can do with it.
Mhm.
So just come by the library and ask about it, and,
Yes.
and they'll be happy to check it out if it's available.
Yes.
But like you said, it's 7 days. You don't get to renew it. You don't. So you have to do a little planning to make sure you check out in time. And I mean, you can maybe call and say, "Do you have any?" And if they do come up, but they're not going to hold it for you. So I'm going to
Right.
come by next week. Can you hold it for me? The answer is no.
Right. But we have several copies, so I'm sure they'll be
Sure.
able to pick up
And
one.
let's face it, I think there's people that know about it and a lot of people that don't. So
Exactly.
So it's available a lot just because of lack of knowledge
Mhm.
in some point. So you got the inside game now, so go take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Good deal. Did we get it all, or is there something else we want to
I
mention?
think we got it all.
But beginning, when is that Sunday hours? Is it this Sunday or is it August?
August 7th.
August 7th,
Excuse
okay.
me, it's the first Sunday in August.
Okay, so beginning next month.
Yes.
Here in about 2 weeks, the library will have some Sunday hours now
Yes.
too. So mark that on your calendars. And speaking of calendars, if you can always go to the Roswell Public Library online. If you go through the city, there's a link there, roswell-nm.gov.
Mhm.
If you like and follow the Roswell Public Library on Facebook or Instagram,
Right.
those are great ways to stay up to date on things happening at the library. And of course, each month, swing by, pick up the calendar at the front desk, and it's actually 2 sides, usually 2 months.
Right. It's 2 sides.
Yeah.
It normally lists everything for the month
Yeah.
for adults and kids.
Yeah, so that way you can have a copy of that, put it up on the fridge or where you keep that kind of stuff at the house. And that way you have it as a point of reference if you're looking for stuff to do with the family this weekend. You can look and say, "Oh, they got this event at the library. Let's work that in." You know,
yeah.
that way you can kind of plan farther out for some of your stuff with your kids. And I know that it's a godsend for families that like to really structure what they got for their kids going on,
Right.
and they can plan ahead for some of
Right.
that stuff. But like you said, it's for adults too. So
Right,
don't
we'll have-
just think it's just for the kids.
We're going to have more adult programming starting in the fall, too. So
Yeah, be on the listen for that. And of course, don't forget there's a lot of stuff that we didn't mention here that goes on as part of like the crocheters meet every month, the Stitchers
Yes.
unite, and they do quilting and crocheting and
just the crochet.
just the crocheting. The
Right,
quilters are different
Some-
groups somewhere.
Right.
They still doing the chess.
Yes, the first Saturday from 10 to 2.
Okay. So these are still options, and these are more adult-centric type things.
It's for all ages.
But it's
because
for all ages.
The
but
gentleman there will help the kids if they need to learn.
Sure.
And there are adults in there playing chess.
Absolutely. So
Mhm.
it's not just for kids. And,
Right.
And of course, those family nights with the Legos and,
Right.
and adult coloring and all, when they
Right.
have those events, that's all for you guys. And,
Yes.
and Legos are for everybody. The kids, adults, there's
That's
as many adults sitting on the floor playing Legos as the kids are. They're
Yes.
just doing it together. So
Mhm.
so utilize it. And of course, don't forget, it still has books and newspapers and all the things that people go to the library to check out. So
DVDs, movies,
yeah,
everything.
got everything you need there. And
Yes.
of course, if you need help navigating stuff, the staff can help you on that.
Yes.
And of course, like even the computers and stuff, be on the lookout for their computer classes and things like
Right.
that. So if you need to get update, I'm sure there'll be a bunch of that kind of stuff coming here in the fall
Yes.
for folks to take advantage of. So and again, all of it free of charge.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. So well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Sunday. I know you don't get many Sundays off here for the next time here, but
Yes.
just in time for football season. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You got to go to work for football now. Good deal. Well, thank you, Tracy, as
Thank
always,
you.
and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. Just in time for football season. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You got to go to work for football now. Good deal. Well, thank you, Tracy, as
Thank
always,
you.
and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. It is.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Artesia General Hospital announcing that Jose Garola has joined the administrative team as Chief Operating Officer. Garola will be responsible for giving direction to strategic hospital growth, regulatory and compliance programs, sound financial management, medical staff, and other operational aspects. Garola brings more than a decade of healthcare experience, having held numerous executive and operational management roles, including serving as Director of Clinic Operations at AGH. He was also most recently the CEO and hospital administrator of New Mexico Rehab in Roswell. A deadly crash in Eddy County. On Saturday, state police responded to West Main and Centennial Avenue in Artesia. The initial investigation shows a 2001 Dodge Ram pickup driven by 19-year-old Pete Devin Lara Hernandez was headed west on Main at a high rate of speed. The pickup left the roadway and struck a cinder block fence. Hernandez was thrown out of the pickup and died at the scene. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Let's say that you have an old cell phone. Without wiping its memory, into the garbage it goes. But a police officer investigating a nearby crime spies the phone, repairs it, and begins scrolling through it, all without a warrant. Can they do that? I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. This is the question attorneys in Hampton, Virginia want the Supreme Court to answer. And it's another reminder to wipe all data from all unused devices. With computers, go further. Remove and destroy the hard drive. Because here's the answer the cops will get. In 1988 Supreme Court case, California versus Greenwood, the court ruled that no one has any reasonable expectation for privacy for anything in your garbage. The Fourth Amendment cannot stop police from seizing and searching your garbage. Remember, wipe it before you discard it. I post breaking tech news 24/7 over at my website. That's commando.com. As the sun comes out and small businesses are back in business, LinkedIn Jobs makes it easier to grow your team. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the people who you want to interview faster and for free. Create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million people. Then add your job in the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring so your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates worth interviewing faster. Every week, nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Extremely dry and extremely hot weather building in area-wide for today, folks. We have plenty of sunshine coming in, a bit of a southerly wind, and our high temperatures are ranging anywhere from 105 to 109. Actual highs here, not heat index. Those will be the peak temperatures today. Now, the overnight low right around 75. We're near 105 on Wednesday with plenty of sun, maybe a pop-up storm. That's your latest forecast. I'm Jennifer Naramore.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett. The economy is a bit wobbly, but General Motors CEO Mary Barra isn't backing off an audacious prediction. She pledges that by the middle of this decade, her company will sell more electric vehicles in the U.S. than Tesla, the global sales leader. Barra says GM can win by rolling out more affordable EVs, as well as pickup trucks and luxury vehicles. Last year, GM sold just 25,000 electric vehicles in the U.S., compared with an estimated 352,000 sold by Tesla. Key Republicans are warming up to passing a bill that provides roughly $52 billion in incentives for the semiconductor industry. GOP Senator John Cornyn says that removing proposed tax hikes in a reconciliation bill has opened the door to Republicans' cooperation on semiconductors. The Biden administration warns computer chip makers may expand overseas instead of the U.S. unless the bill passes. Stocks closed lower on Wall Street Monday after an early gain evaporated in the afternoon. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett in Washington.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than 5 quarters a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
For over 40 years, Sierra Blanca Motors here in Roswell have been providing locals with quality vehicles and are committed to providing you quality vehicles and service for many years to come. No sales gimmicks, no inflated pricing, just a quality pre-owned vehicle listed at retail pricing or less. Have a used vehicle to sell? Get top trade-in value or an amazing cash offer today. Let Danny or Jose provide you a great car buying experience. Call 575-622-7907 or stop by Sierra Blanca Motors at 720 South Main Street in Roswell. Se habla español. Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Age Safety Facility. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Make your home a smart home with Smart Home Wi-Fi from Plateau. Now you can connect more devices to fast, reliable Wi-Fi throughout your home. That means faster speeds with no downtime or lag. Enhance your connection, expand your reach, and experience whole home device control and protection with Plateau. Plateau offers true fiber with options starting as low as $60 a month, all with no caps and no hidden fees. Call today 575-755-1000 or stop by 1001 South Main in Roswell. Get smart home Wi-Fi today from Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard, aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:55. Stay tuned next hour. About 8:15 or so, we're going to have Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell join us. Give us an update on what's happening over at ENMUR. Then in the bottom half of the hour, we'll have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us. I believe it'll be all of the agents there, Andrea, Tamara, and Drew joining us and give us an update what's going on over at the Extension Office. Of course, I know the 4-H side gearing up for 4-H season and all that stuff. So we'll talk that next hour. Hey, don't forget Leadership Roswell, the class for 2022-2023. They're now taking applicaciones. And you can go to the Chamber of Commerce website or look for Leadership Roswell Alumni Association on Facebook. You can download the application there. Deadline to turn in your application is the last day of the month here, that Friday at 5 p.m. over at the Chamber. So we're going to try to get them on the show between now and then and talk more about it. But it's a great program. I'm a graduate of it. Many the police academy, many folks have gone through the class. Of course, there's a whole generation of people who have no idea what I just did there.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not for them.
If you don't know who Tackleberry is, you need to live life, man.
Dude, and I know we need to talk about something else, but I need to go back. There's a movie I've found out about recently that literally I had not known about.
Really?
Up until this point.
Interesting.
In the realm of the spoof movie, like I know about Kentucky Fried Movie. How have I never heard of or seen Amazon Women on the Moon?
You've never seen that?
Never seen it.
Wow.
I know. I literally fell upon the black person without soul.
Yeah.
Bit. And it
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
And I need to go back and find this movie. I never knew.
Oh yeah. Julie Brown was one of the stars, if I remember right.
David Allen.
Not Downtown Julie Brown,
Right.
the other Julie Brown. Remember, kids. Back in the day, MTV had two VJs, and they were both named Julie Brown.
Yep.
There was the white one and the black one. The white one with the red hair was the one in Amazon Women on the Moon.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that was probably her high watermark, because I don't know what she's done since then.
Yeah. But I heard a show I listened to was talking about it yesterday, and they were just like playing a couple random bits. I'm like, I have to go back and find this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember watching it. It's Zucker Brothers, right?
I don't think so.
I know Kentucky Fried Movie is.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
I thought that one was too, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. I don't know, but yeah, I remember watching it I haven't seen it in 30 years,
right?
But yeah, I remember. Oh, I wish I remember more from it.
That's the thing is I don't know anything about it, so I need to go back and like find it.
If I remember right, it's very sketch comedy.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
87. It came out. Was
it that late?
Yeah.
Wow.
Directed by. Yeah, it didn't look like any of the Zuckers are.
No,
Peter Horton, Carl Gottlieb, Robert K. Weiss, John Landis. Oh, that's the biggest name on there, and Jake Dante.
Huh. Yeah, maybe I just lumped it in my head there because it came around in my head.
Pfeiffer? See, I didn't realize.
There's actually some.
Yeah, the Goots in this one.
Yeah, they'll say. I think there's some more famous people in it.
Mm-hmm. Ed Begley Jr., Arsenio Hall, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, that's a whole all-star.
Yeah, I had no idea. Joe Pantoliano. I've never heard of this movie.
Yeah,
that's depressing.
To be honest, in the world of cinema masterpieces, this ain't one of them. But it's a nostalgic, funny movie from the 80s.
Right.
You know, if you are into it, it's very. You know what? I think the comedy there was a little ahead of its time, actually.
I'm a fan of the early of the 80s spoof movies, so I'm gonna have to go back and find this one.
Yeah, that one's just I don't know. It's funny, but it's different than your Naked Guns and those movies.
Right.
It's a different kind of role. But yeah, Amazon Women. Is it available like to rent or watch somewhere?
I'm sure
I haven't seen it in 100
somewhere.
years. I've forgotten about the movie.
It might be one of those that's like been canceled.
Well, I don't know, and I don't even remember like how adult themed it was.
I'm sure it
seemed a little racy to me
super
at the time, but I was like a kid, so I don't know by comparison if it's still that way or not. Because I seem to remember it used to come on like late at night on HBO and stuff. It was on at like 10 o'clock at night, not during the day. But I could be wrong on that. All right, we got to go get you into news. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Police in Greenwood, Indiana are calling 22-year-old Elijah Dickin a hero, and for good reason.
Dickin was at Greenwood Park Mall with his girlfriend Sunday evening when a man opened fire, shooting 5 people in the food court. Police say Dickin, who was legally armed, pulled out his weapon and shot and killed the gunman. Greenwood Police Chief Jim Eisen praised Dickin at a news conference on Monday.
Many more people would have died last night if not for a responsible armed citizen that took action very quickly within the first 2 minutes of this shooting.
Tape courtesy WRTV. 3 of the victims were killed. I'm Donna Warder.
Referring to falling gasoline prices, AAA calls it a summertime swoon. Pump prices are down again, averaging just below $4.50 a gallon for regular. The Auto Club cites lower demand for gas, along with a much lower global price for oil, as reasons for the price relief. Amid a firestorm of criticism over the law enforcement response, the Texas Department of Public Safety is launching an internal review of the police response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde. Officers on the scene waiting more than 1 hour before confronting the gunman. Crude prices, inflation, and corporate earnings are on the minds of investors, both here at home and abroad.
Shares in Tokyo advanced as markets reopened there after a 3-day weekend. The U.S. market has been lurching lower for weeks on worries that the Federal Reserve and other central banks will slam the brake too hard on the economy in hopes of bringing down high inflation, but bringing on a recession. Johnson & Johnson, American Airlines, and Tesla are among dozens of S&P 500 companies scheduled to issue quarterly snapshots this week. Bob Agnew reporting.
Stocks higher on Wall Street. Right now, the Dow is up 327 points. The Nasdaq 148 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
Russian President Putin's visit to Iran is intended to deepen ties with regional heavyweights, part of Moscow's challenge to the U.S. and Europe amid the ongoing war in Ukraine.
As the West heaps sanctions on Russia and the costly Ukraine campaign drags on, Putin's seeking to bolster ties with Tehran, a fellow sanctions target and a potential military and trade partner. In recent weeks, the White House alleges Russian officials have visited an airfield in central Iran to review Iran-made drones for possible use in Ukraine. But perhaps most crucially, Iran offers Putin a chance for a high-stakes meeting with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who sought to help broker talks on a peaceful settlement of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. I'm Charles de la Tesma.
Primary day in Maryland with the gubernatorial contest drawing a lot of attention. News and analysis at townhall.com. Say hello to the 2022 Home Run Derby champ.
Juan Soto of the Nationals defeated a field of 8 of the game's top sluggers to win the Home Run Derby.
It feels great. It's another thing that I add, like you say, to my trophy case, and I'm going to have it there forever.
Soto out-homered Mariners rookie Julio Rodriguez in the finals. Soto also bashed the longest homer of the competition, measured at 482 feet. Two-time reigning champion Pete Alonso of the Mets was eliminated in the semifinal round. Mark Myers, Los Angeles.
Britain has recorded its warmest night ever, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. This ahead of a day when temperatures in the UK are forecast to hit a balmy 104 degrees. Once again on Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 340 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
Deuces.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to it. Hope your day's going well.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. It's going to be hot.
Shut up.
So prepare accordingly. 109 or something today.
It's just getting worse.
Yeah. So drink lots of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hydrate up for sure.
Yeah. They always say, I know everyone, water's the number one. Always go with the water. I know the Gatorade, Powerade, they're helpful, but the sodas and all that, not as beneficial for the hydration. Tea actually a pretty good one.
Water's good. Water's the best. Pedialyte is not bad for right now because you're losing a lot of your electrolytes when you sweat.
Yep. You know what I read yesterday? Milk is actually a good choice, too, for hydration.
Really? Milk is a good choice.
Despite what Ron Burgundy says.
Now, I know it's good. I mean, it's
They
good
say
for
milk
you.
is not a bad because it's got, obviously...
What plants crave.
No, but it does have electrolytes in it. And it's got proteins and it's got a lot of restorative properties, especially after you work out.
It's not thoroughly quenching.
No, but it's hydrating.
Yeah, which is kind of like counterintuitive. Like if you drink something to be quenched, you think that it would be hydrating also.
And by the way, if you're thirsty, you're already needing hydration.
That's true.
Yeah, but I heard yesterday milk was a good choice. It is a good choice. So
milk
here in the dairy capital,
lemonade.
drink that milk in. It'll help you.
Around the corner fudges, man.
I know it don't feel right, but it is so right.
It's true. Who knew? I've been trying. It's amazing the things that I have to beg my children to try to consume. I had to make a deal with my daughter to try Carnation instant breakfast.
Yeah, she did not want down for that.
It's chocolate milk.
I know. I get it.
I'm trying to find like ways to get her to consume more nutrients and like vitamins and minerals because the diet that she insists on living on, it ain't scratching the itch.
Yeah, I get you.
So I mean,
it's kids. You gotta, and with your daughter being uber picky, it makes it even harder to kind of get healthy things.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you need to. I don't know.
We've tried different things. Like she's on a multi now, like a multivitamin that she's gummy that she's okay with, but it just
maybe take her to a farmer's market one day and
that's on the to-do list. Yeah. One of these weekends we're gonna hit the farmer's market.
Which is full effect every Saturday morning here on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn,
7 to 11
throughout the rest of the summer here. So come on out each Saturday, about 7 to 11. Yeah.
I need to make sure that I say something because I have a friend, Geneva, who she's awesome. She's a great member of the community. She does awesome things. She recently wrote a book.
Okay.
That's basically her story. Through skating because she skates. She roller skates.
Okay. I think we've had Geneva on the show.
I think so. Yeah. She's a trick skater like by hobby or whatever. But she has a book now that she recently wrote. She's been touring that book and kind of like shopping it around like to different places.
Okay.
And I'm proud of her. I think that's awesome. But like I think it was either 2 years ago or maybe it was even last year. She was at the farmer's market. She made this granola.
Okay.
That was. I can't find it anywhere else, and it's like the best thing I've ever put into my mouth.
Wow.
And I want more of it, but she doesn't do it anymore. And it's like...
Can she tell you how to do it?
I need to... maybe, hopefully. I need to talk to Geneva. I haven't talked to her recently, but yeah, it was... every time farmer's market season comes around, I'm like, God, I really want some of that granola. That was really good. That was really good.
Well, a request has been made. Maybe,
it has.
Maybe she's listening. Maybe she's like, all right, I'll get Sean... at
Just
least
help me
the
scratch an
recipe
itch.
for granola, if not a batch of it or something, But But yeah, the farmer's market is full
7 to
swing
11 each and every Saturday on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn.
Yes, let me give you the rundown for this hour. Here in just a bit, we'll get you up to date with the weather. Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell will join us here at the top half of the hour and give us an update what's going on at ENMUR. After news, we'll have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us, and I believe it's going to be all three today. Andrea, Tamara, and Drew joining us and give us an update there. I believe that's the message I got earlier.
You got a massage earlier? That's awesome.
Well, it's very weird because I got it while I was on vacation, and they said like my email was full and all that. I was like, I don't know how it's because I check it every so. I'm wondering if they got something kickback or something weird, but anyway, they'll be here to chit chat in the bottom half of the hour.
Nice.
So,
sounds like you're busy, but you got time to talk the bananas. Because
till our guest gets here, yes.
Mike discovered something recently, and he showed me, and I'm
like
fascinated.
last week.
I'm fascinated by this.
And I did more watching of videos and things over the weekend. So there is a minor league baseball team called the Savannah Bananas out of Savannah, Georgia.
Right.
They play their games out of a historic ballpark in Savannah called Grayson Stadium, which players like Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth have played in this stadium. So it's baseball history, right? It's a baseball historic stadium, and then they've got the Savannah Bananas.
I'm amazed. This team, like, first of all, I feel like this is exactly how baseball should be.
Yeah.
Let's face it, baseball as a spectator sport, sucks. It's a long game.
Yeah. Well, your baseball purists are going to disagree with you.
Sure, but you know what? We're not talking about them.
Yeah. And to be honest, and they say it as much. The Savannah Bananas aren't for the baseball purists.
Right.
They're so the premise, the story, I did a little watching videos and things because on their website, the Sunday morning program on, was it CBS?
CBS Sunday morning. Yeah.
They did a feature on them. ESPN did a feature on them, and I watched both of those, and I've been kind of reading their own stuff on Facebook and their website and whatnot. But the owner of the ball club, the Savannah, he's a relatively young dude, probably in his 30s. I think he's a former player, and his knee blew out or something gave out, and he was like, I'm done. So he ended up at a job at the college there, being the GM or something of the college there, and it was like the worst team in attendance wise, record wise. They're just a bit worse.
Yeah.
And he turned them around, and they were like one of the best in college. So that spawned him to they're going to Savannah at Grayson Stadium there, and he's all in awe of the stadium, and so he tells the people of Savannah, hey, the city council, if this ever opens back up in the league and all this, I want in. And those opportunities came, and they basically turned the stadium over to him, and he turned it. And he basically said, you know what, I'm going to make baseball fun. And he did a naming contest to name the team, and everyone came up names. And
which I love the fact that he pulled this off, and the team's not named like Teamy McTeam Face.
Yeah. And so Savannah the Bananas won.
I like it.
And so they wear, but the baseball game is just one part of the experience.
It's secondary almost.
Yeah. They do all this dancing. They have dance contests. And here's the thing. They went from putting 100 people in that stadium a game to now it's sold out. For the last 5 years. Tickets
are $20.
This is the best part about it that I love.
Absolutely. Tickets are $20. Now, first of all, the ticket is 100% worth the value because you're not just getting a baseball game, you're getting a full-blown show. Like at different times, the pitcher will be up ready to pitch, and then all of a sudden the entire first, second, and third baseman and the shortstop will just break out into a choreographed dance before the pitch. That's the wind-up.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch. But the best part, tickets are $20. And with that ticket comes all you can eat.
Yeah, it's all inclusive.
Concession stand.
Yeah, it's all inclusive.
That's insane.
$20 per person. And that includes food and drink. And you just go to the concession. Now, I'm guessing they probably don't have expensive, fancy gourmet sandwiches.
It looked like hot dogs and sodas.
I bet it's
popcorn,
peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Sure. Hot dogs and sodas and probably beer, I'm guessing, and that's about it,
I would even assume they probably don't serve beer.
They may not.
Just to keep the mood light. I feel like, yeah, that would behoove them, I think. But
yeah, they do. They have their big thing is now the dance. You pick your favorite players, but you also pick your favorite dancers.
Right.
But here's the part that gets me because I know some baseball purists well, that sounds like a circus. Here's the other part. The baseball team is good.
They're really good.
They just won the championship for the whatever their league is called there, and it's a show. They're not only this whole thing where they're doing dancing and they did St. Patrick's Day in July a couple weeks ago,
right?
And they did a Braveheart thing where one of their uniform combos is kilts, by the way. They wear one of their uniform combos. They have kilts.
That's awesome.
And they come running out like Braveheart with their kilts. One guy's on horseback and everything, and they're doing the whole raising the kilts, and they do a whole thing. But it's really cool. Savannah Bananas is the name of the team. I've already got my wife picked out the jersey I want. There's a yellow Savannah Bananas uniform jersey I want. $70. I'm totally in.
Nice.
I love it. But it's to be honest, people come from 4 states over.
Yeah.
They got people from Ohio and everything going to Georgia to go see a minor league baseball game. They sell out every time.
If I'm ever in the area, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to a game.
Well, you might have to do some advanced research or some advanced buying because sounds like tickets are sold out well in advance because it's a hot.
It's worth it.
It's $20 a person.
Right.
That's what the great thing about it. It's a fun night and it's cheap for a family.
Mm-hmm.
You take a family of 4, that's $80 for all you can eat, food, drink, and amazing entertainment and a baseball game.
Yeah,
that's how you make baseball back popular again, is doing stuff like this.
Absolutely.
So I think it's cool.
I love it.
All right, 8:17, we're going to do weather at a quick commercial break, and then Donna Oracion with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell will join us on the other side. Don't go away.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Extremely dry and extremely hot weather building in area-wide for today, folks. We have plenty of sunshine coming in, a bit of a southerly wind, and our high temperatures are ranging anywhere from 105 to 109. Actual highs here, not heat index. Those will be the peak temperatures today. Now, the overnight low right around 75. We're near 105 on Wednesday with plenty of sun, maybe a pop-up storm. That's your latest forecast. I'm Jennifer Naramore.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
At LeGrand Funeral Chapel, we believe that every funeral should be a reflection of the life it honors. The joys, the triumphs, the faith, the family, and so much more. For us, no detail is too small, no request too big. This is Rosa Aguilar. When the time comes to choose a funeral home, we hope you'll let us serve your family. At LeGrand Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
Roswell Skin Center is here to provide comprehensive skin care to southeastern New Mexico in a friendly and warm environment. Dr. Cometti and his team continue to offer a full scope of medical and cosmetic dermatology services, from treating skin cancer to helping you look your best. Roswell Skin Center is proud to introduce Anna Ingalls, licensed esthetician who specializes in cosmetic treatments including laser rejuvenation, hair removal, facials, chemical peels, and more. Anna is accepting new patients, and when you schedule your first treatment, you can receive $50 off and begin earning valuable discounts to be enjoyed throughout the year. Schedule with Anna by calling 575-208-2509. And for more info on our services and rewards, go to roswellskin.com.
Here at the Tailgate Nation, we try to make our service department as friendly and convenient as possible. But sometimes you're just too busy to bring your vehicle in for the service it needs. So your friends at Roswell Ford have come up with a revolutionary new idea, mobile service. Instead of you bringing your vehicle to us, we'll come to you. That's right, the Roswell Ford mobile service crew can take care of routine maintenance and light repairs at your home, office, place of business, or just about anywhere your vehicle is. We can change your oil and filter, rotate your tires, replace your battery, change your windshield wipers, do a complete multi-point inspection, and more. Right in your own driveway or parking lot. And these are Ford factory-trained technicians who'll bring the right equipment, tools, and parts to get the job done correctly without interrupting your busy day. So how cool is that? Mobile service. Kind of makes you wonder why nobody thought of it before. Call the Roswell Ford Service Department to make an appointment. Then just sit back and relax.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting them in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Donna Oracion back with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. I know there's a lot going on between now and the fall semester,
Yes.
but we're not that far away from the fall semester.
No,
here in
really
a couple
about
weeks.
a month away, actually.
Yeah.
So
if you haven't signed up for classes for the fall yet, this is now you need to be getting on the ball here
Yeah.
because in a couple weeks, everybody and their uncle are going to be thinking the same thing,
all
and it's going to get busy.
the last minute latecomers, and we'll take them.
Yes.
But it may just be a little longer wait and more frustrating to
if you
to
want,
get.
if you would like to relax and not as intense,
Yep.
Now's the perfect time to come talk to
Right,
staff.
and you don't. Well, if you just need to walk in, if you want to make an appointment, we have a nice air-conditioned building. I posted a post on Facebook yesterday. I'm like, if you want to go someplace that's nice and air-conditioned, come to our Student Services Center.
There you
and
go.
Hang out there for a while.
Nice place. They got comfy chairs, and
Right,
it's
we
cool.
have comfy chairs. You can get all that done. So so classes start August 15th.
Good.
So just want to remind again that you can register, you get financial aid, that sort of thing, and. Did want to mention, there's so much financial aid available, so many scholarships. So really don't let that be a reason why you're not thinking about going. So
Every person that is planning on attending school, college, should be in the financial aid office. I don't care if you're rich, poor, or somewhere in between. I don't care if your parents are rich, poor, or somewhere in between. Go in there because odds are there's probably a scholarship out there that you qualify for.
Yes.
And even if it's just for a couple $100, that's a couple $100 less that you're paying for this education.
Right. And, some are funded by our foundations, some are funded by outside civic organizations. Some have program-specific requirements, but some don't. Some just say any New Mexico resident attending, for any program.
It's funny out there because I'm involved in a couple organizations, and a few of them have scholarship. Historical Society, the American Legion post I'm in. They do. I think one of them kind of worked directly with the college on that one.
Several of us.
But they literally beat the bushes to try to get people to claim these scholarships.
Yes, it's really sad.
It is. It's surprisingly hard to give away money. Weirdly enough,
we're like begging students, just apply, just fill this little. We have all our applications online. Just fill it out.
Yeah.
And chances are pretty good you're going to get. Get the funding.
So half the battle's walking into that office and talking to them. So do that. And first thing they're going to do is make sure you have a FAFSA form, which is kind of
That's kind of the first step.
Yeah.
And all of it's online as well. So you can go to our financial aid tab on our website and look at that, look that up.
Yeah.
We have people on campus that can help you fill out the FAFSA if that's intimidating for you.
Sure.
They can walk you right through it. You just go into their office and they'll help you get that filled out.
It's just
completed.
it's tax information mostly.
Yeah,
you or your
mostly.
parents is
It
mostly
is.
what it's about.
It
Just
is.
to seeing where you qualify there. But utilize the tools at ENMUR. The folks in the financial aid office, this is what they do all day.
Yes.
They find these kind of things. So they know a lot more rocks to turn than you do on finding these kind of things. So
Right.
and that's what they're there for, to help you. So
Right. So please, and
utilize it.
the main number 624-7400. That's an easy number to remember. 624-7400. Just wanted to mention, of course, we have the Opportunity Scholarship. When you hear about free college, that's what's available right now. It's for tuition and required fees for eligible New Mexico residents. You can pursue any sort of technical certificate, associate degree, or bachelor's degree, all at New Mexico public colleges and universities. You just have to be an established New Mexico resident. You can be part-time or full-time. You should not have exceeded 90 overall attempted credit hours or received an associate degree, or 160 overall attempted hours for a first bachelor's degree. So again, it's great because it's for part-time students also, not just full-time.
Great.
And you have to maintain a 2.5 to continue the scholarship.
which is very
It's
manageable.
like a C average.
Yeah, it's very manageable.
So again, it's there's no application. What happens is financial aid will just determine your eligibility, and then depending on whether you qualify for the Pell or any, so it's stackable. So everything will be covered. So the Opportunity Scholarship will fit right in with whatever other age you have.
Nice.
So it's
another no-brainer.
It's just so wonderful that we have so much aid available to New Mexico college-going students.
In this day and age, education really has to a point where it's not like it's about opportunity. If you want it, you can get it. The money's going to be there, whether you have it or not. The money will be there. Now, granted, Harvard's not letting those people in, but you don't need Harvard. And to be honest, this is where ENMUR is your best friend,
it's the
because
first
you
step.
can learn
We're
all
an
that
open
stuff.
admission. All you need is a high school diploma or GED. We can help you also get a GED or high set. So everything is available to you.
And the state of New Mexico got smart several years ago, where every higher education, college in the state when you're taking the basics, your mathing, the things you pretty much need for every degree plan, they transfer everywhere you go. So if you're coming to ENMUR to get your associates and you're like, well, I eventually want to get my master's at UNM or Portales or Tech or wherever in the state, all of those transfer seamlessly. So so why would you pay 3 times going to one area? You can get it for half the price here, and it transfers just as easily when you're going. That's why ENMUR can help you. So if you're pursuing the degree plan, you want to be a doctor someday, start at ENMUR. If you're I'm just trying to get a certificate to get a promotion at work or whatever it is, ENMUR can help you there too. That's take a class here this fall and learn about this.
So it's really, the fall semester is a great time to start. And again, it's money that you don't have to pay back. We make sure that loans are the very last resort when we advise students. So again, check with our financial aid office, go to the Student Services Center, make an appointment. 624-7400 is financial aid office, or 624-7294 is our advising center. We're ready to help you. We're ready to get you started. Don't be intimidated.
Should do the Ghostbuster. We're ready to help you, except believe you is theirs. But
we believe we can help you. Believe in yourself.
But yes, please. Yeah. And so come this week, next week, go talk to the counselors and advisors, and let's get the ball rolling here.
Yes, we'd love to have you. And a few things that are coming up.
Yeah, got some other activities and things.
Of course, we've had our pool open, and it's been doing great. Just wanted to let people know it is open every day from 11 to 5.
But by the way, I hear tell that people, the rec center, you're getting busy, and there's some lap swimmers saying it's getting crowded and stuff over there.
Yes.
Which is good. That's what we want.
It is a very busy
However,
place.
If you're thinking, man, it's a little busy over here, the ENMUR pool does lap swimming. It's daily, right?
From 10 to 11.
From 10 to 11, so you can go there, and from what Perry was telling us last week, it's very not crowded. So if you want a little wiggle room while you're doing your laps and stuff, you can. And then if you want, open swim starts right after that.
Right.
So if you didn't get enough swimming in, then hang out and keep swimming. And
it's such a nice facility. We've got shade trees. We have a nice benches under shade trees for setting up your lunch, and we've got grass. Got
little hangout
the
spot
slide. So it's a very nice facility. We've got wonderful lifeguards, safety. We've got a concession.
Yeah.
So it's $5 a person. After July 31st, we're not going to be open for during the week for public swim.
Just weekends.
So they'll be open during the week for parties, and we have a lot of parties and special events.
Okay.
But just on the weekends after July 31st.
Okay.
And then it will be open until August 28th.
Okay.
So through the end of August. So
and then it'll close down for the season.
And then we'll close down. So and again, hopefully we can do swimming lessons next year. We had a tight timeline, so we couldn't get all of that arranged this summer, but. It's a really nice facility. It's been busy. It's hot. So please, if you don't want to, busy with all the crowd at the aquatic center, it's a little more chill.
Absolutely.
At the Roswell pool. So please come see us. And if you have questions about the pool, we have the information online, or you can call Kim at 624-7305.
Very good.
So along with that, I know you've mentioned, and we've had Perry Tolles on talking about the Super Kids Splash and Dash. And so this Saturday, again, he's doing another free clinic to just help people, students, kids get prepared
swim
for that.
lessons, the running, the training part. He's helping with all of that stuff.
And he had some kids show up last Saturday, and one didn't even know how to swim. So he kind of gave them it's not a full swim lesson.
Sure.
But
it
again,
gives them, enough to where he can comfortable in the water.
Yeah. So it's not a really long, it's very short swim, short little run around our field outside our PE center. So, and that's Saturday, July 30th. It's $5 to enter. It will be a really nice event. Perry, of course, is a pentathlete and a triathlete, so he knows how to run an event.
We had a great conversation with him last week. Go back
great.
and check it out at ksvptv.com and you'll learn more about this event we're talking about too.
He's really well versed in all of it. So we're really happy to partner with him and try this out. It's Saturday, July 30th. You can register online. Information, of course, is all on our website as well.
And it's they do it in different. So the
3 age groups.
The training events this Saturday, and then the 30th next Saturday. That's when they'll have the actual Splash and Dash event, and it's Children 10 and under are in a category, 11 to 14, 15 and older, and then the once was, which is your adults and adult-like people.
Yes, adult-like people that still want to participate.
Yeah. And
you can be a parent and come with your kid. Both of you can participate.
And it's cheap.
So
it's
nice.
$5 for except for the once was is they're 15. And
right.
But yeah, and the youngins will start at 8, and then they go from 8, 8:39, and 9 o'clock. But call Kim, like you said, if you have any questions over at the NMUR pool. You can reach her at 575-624-7305.
Right, and again, you'll get a T-shirt, and then the top 5 or the top 3 winners in each division will get a nice medal. So you get a little bit of a trophy and recognition. So we're really excited about that.
So if you have parents out there that are like biathlon or triathlon
it's
folks,
a great way to do something with your son or daughter.
And it's not. I mean, this is really entry
short.
level. Yeah,
it's very short.
Like for the 10 and under, it's a 25-yard swim and 500-meter run.
Mm-hmm.
The 11 to 14s, it's a 50-yard swim and a 1K run. 15 and older, it's a 1K run, 50-yard swim, and a 500-meter run. And then for the once-wasers, the 1K run, the 50-yard swim, and a 500-meter run. So they're not full marathons. They're just to get your feet wet. And kind of that. But he's also teaching that transition, going from running to swimming to back to running again.
Right, and that is
thing.
the transition is always the key whenever you're running those events. But it will benefit Harvest Ministries in Roswell, so it's also for a good cause.
Yes, and Healthy Kids Travis County have partnered with it too. Yeah,
so we have some other sponsors, and so again, we put this together really quickly, but we're really excited to try something like this and use our pool for a nice event like that.
Well, hopefully, people embrace this, and you'll probably see more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we would like to because it's all about fitness and staying healthy and
there's
learning how to swim and make sure you know how to swim is an important skill.
Yeah, and we have a lot of great facilities out there at NMUR. Let's utilize them to the max.
We
That's
do.
the point.
We do. And then, of course, we have our Art Fest Summer Camp going on right now.
Good deal.
So we're really excited. That's going on in our Arts and Science Center. So that's exciting. We've had that going on. And then we have our Kids College, which is, again, next week.
Yes.
And if you're still interested in signing up,
they still have some openings left?
Still have some openings.
Okay.
And then again, that's all of next week from July 25 to 29. You can call Vicki at 624-7164.
Yeah, we had Vicki on about a month ago talking about this.
Right.
And
all the Legos, all the things you can do with Legos. So.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's great because it's kind of, especially for the younger kids, it's setting the table for the next their next progression of things and kind of open the door for some of the creative fun stuff, but that also translates to math and STEM and all the other stuff.
Right, there's a lot of critical thinking and problem solving and socializing and then there's the one course that's not based on Legos is survival tactics. So I'm really looking forward to having some kids out for that.
Yeah.
So that's next week, 25 through 29, and each class is a little bit different, but generally they're all in the morning, except for the survival tactics is from 2 to 4.
Okay.
$30 for each of those courses.
Very good. Yeah, and you never know when those survival tactics, because I know most people are like, well, I'm not going to. Yes, I was in the Boy Scouting, so I kind of spent a lot of my youth doing a lot of these kind of things. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a lot of situations now, but there has times in my life where some of those things have come in handy for me, where I've learned them and had to use them, first aid, whatever.
And things you thought you might have think, I've forgotten, then it just occurs to you what to do.
Sure.
Things that you don't really realize that you know how to do. Or
and let's face it, we live in New Mexico. You decide to go out to one of the parks one day and hike around, you get lost and turned around. It's very easy. You're stuck out there the night.
It is.
And how are you going to get through the night?
If you have no phone service or something like that.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, every year we always hear about, it seems like every year, somebody like during the winter gets like, stuck in the snow and they're there for a week because they fell off a ravine or something, and how they survive for a week. These are the kind of skills that they teach you to keep in your back pocket in case you ever need these kinds.
Right. And then of course with hot temperatures right now, people can easily get dehydrated.
Absolutely. Heat stroke, heat exhaustion, all that.
It's really kind of scary out there. And then one other thing we have coming up next week, we have our special services graduation.
Okay.
And that will be July 29th, and that's at 1 o'clock in our or July 28th.
Okay.
In our Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
And any public is welcome to attend, even if you don't know any.
So that means they
students in
probably
the
have a new
program.
class that'll be starting here in the fall too.
Yeah, we have a
won't they?
new course of class of students coming in the fall.
If folks aren't familiar with that program over at ENMUR, it's one of the best in the state and outside of the state too. There's people
It
that come
is.
from Texas, families that utilize that program for their family members, and every person I've talked to said it's an amazing program for.
It is. They
for those
give
folks.
it's for students with various disabilities, and they learn them to be independent. They learn skills. There's a variety of programs they go into, from office skills to stocking and merchandising. So there'll be about 40 or so students that will go through the graduation ceremony, and Hector Balderas will be our guest speaker.
Oh, cool.
Attorney General. So
Congratulations to them. I'm sure they're all excited and
they're
ready
very
for their next
excited.
chapter here.
Yes,
so.
and so they're all looking forward to that. They do their rehearsal, the day before and things like that. So it's a really very nice ceremony. And we also have 2 student speakers that will be talking as well about their experience, and then 2 parents of students that will also be speaking.
Cool.
To talk about how the program has supported them and really transformed the life of their son or daughter.
Nice.
As they
Yeah,
go through the program.
Yeah, there's always a heartwarming story, and even if you're just there as an attendee to watch,
Yes.
you come out of there pretty inspired yourself.
Yes,
So,
a lot of our staff really like to go to that ceremony
Yeah.
because it is just so inspiring, and the students are just so excited, and they make such good friendships and with their fellow students and with their instructors,
Yeah.
and the instructors really become close to the students. And again, the parents are just so sweet to see them.
Yeah.
Just so proud and taking pictures.
Well, I imagine for many of them, they probably were resigned to having to deal with things and stuff.
This was as far as they could
and
go.
now they're saying there's a whole new world for their
Yes,
family members.
yeah,
It's
they
amazing.
really do learn amazing skills, and we provide a lot of adaptive equipment and services and special attention for students. And they do live in our residential halls, so they learn all about that and taking care of themselves. And,
Good deal.
So again, that's next Thursday.
Excellent. So if you can attend, please do. And
Yeah,
and-
we're happy to we want to have a big audience for
absolutely.
them. So,
Yeah. Anything else?
No, we have a couple. Our new students. There'll be a new student orientation
Okay.
that students will. If they're a new student, they'll be getting information about that.
Okay.
One, I think there's August 11th.
Okay.
And the week prior to that, we'll also be at some community events. We're going to be at the Health Expo on August 6th.
Yes.
So we'll
out at
have
the convention
information
center.
out there. We're going to have some of our staff out at the farmers markets coming up in the next coming Saturdays.
Okay.
So if you go out to the farmers market and just want to talk to somebody about E&MU Roswell, we'll have a table out there as well.
Excellent.
So,
Yeah, get out there early to get the produce, and then wait till a little
Right.
later to talk with the
Right.
EMR people. That way,
Right.
they
get your cucumbers
exactly.
and tomatoes.
Yeah, go get the chili line first, then hit over there.
I see you have a strategy. You might have been
When it
there
comes to
before.
food,
You
I
might
always
been
have a
there before.
strategy.
You get there at 10 and everything's sold out.
That's
Darn
right.
it.
Comes
Yeah.
with food, I always strategize. And of course, you can always go online, roswell.enmu.edu,
Yes,
and see
exactly.
everything we talked about here, of course. And of course, if you want to learn more about signing up for the fall
Yes.
semester here, you'll find everything there. But once you find what you want to find, call the advisor, make an appointment, let's sit down and get the ball rolling.
Yes, we'd love to see you. We welcome everyone.
Absolutely. And of course, another great way to stay abreast of what's going on at ENMUR is if you're on Facebook, like and follow the ENMUR on Facebook. There's a lot of updates and things that on that page that are constantly feeding folks updates and things going on at the campus. There,
Yes,
so.
we try and keep everyone informed.
Yeah.
But thank you for the time today. And I'm sure
Anytime.
we'll be talking to you again.
Oh, absolutely. And enjoy the calm before the next storm here.
Exactly.
Thanks, Donna.
Thanks,
we
Mike.
appreciate you. All right, it is 8:40. We're going to pause for news and weather, and then we're going to have the folks from the Chaves County Extension Office join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Artesia General Hospital announcing that Jose Garola has joined the administrative team as Chief Operating Officer. Garola will be responsible for giving direction to strategic hospital growth, regulatory and compliance programs, sound financial management, medical staff, and other operational aspects. Garola brings more than a decade of healthcare experience. having held numerous executive and operational management roles, including serving as Director of Clinic Operations at AGH. He was also most recently the CEO and Hospital Administrator of New Mexico Rehab in Roswell. A deadly crash in Eddy County. On Saturday, state police responded to West Main and Centennial Avenue in Artesia. The initial investigation shows a 2001 Dodge Ram pickup driven by 19-year-old Pete Devon Lara Hernandez was headed west on Main at a high rate of speed. The pickup left the roadway and struck a cinder block fence. Hernandez was thrown out of the pickup and died at the scene. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Extremely dry and extremely hot weather building in area-wide for today, folks. We have plenty of sunshine coming in, a bit of a southerly wind, and our high temperatures are ranging anywhere from 105 to 109. Actual highs here, not heat index. Those will be the peak temperatures today. Now, the overnight low right around 75. We're near 105 on Wednesday with plenty of sun, maybe a pop-up storm. That's your latest forecast. I'm Jennifer Naramore.
All right, there. I screwed up the intro there. I was doing it on the fly. By the way, they gave me a new mouse, and Sean's happy because it works for normal people, but now it doesn't work for me. And it double clicks on me, and
wire.
Yeah, boy, it's got a wire and a long one at that. This thing shoots down and goes.
Oh, goodness.
I think it ends up in Arkansas or something. But good morning. It is 8:42. We're joined in studio. Is everybody at the office now since all 3 of you are here?
Yes.
I know there's a lot of people here, but we have Andrew, Tamara, Andrew, all 3 ag agents, or all 3 extension office agents joining us this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So I know it's a busy time because I know Andrew's 4-H side with the fair and all that. Drew on the ag side's always, especially with drought and everything, you probably got, heat and everything else. I'm sure they're lighting up your phone.
Oh, definitely.
And, of course, Tamara, it's always diabetic cooking seasons all the time. And then, of course, fair season's very busy for you as well, too. So I imagine all 3 of you are probably got full agendas right now.
Yes. So. Tamara's busy getting ready for inside exhibits on Friday.
Okay.
So fair starts pretty much on Friday. For us with inside exhibits going in and being judged.
Yeah.
And
yeah, by the way, Travis County Fair gets underway here next week. So it really set up this weekend, and next week they'll be doing the livestock shows, and then I think it's next Friday will be the junior livestock auction and everything else. So it's that time of year again to get out there and support the kids and all that good stuff. So it's not as fancy as the Eastern New Mexico State Fair in October because there's not all the big carnivals and all that, but it's still a lot of fun because the exhibits and things, you get to see all the hard work the kids do. The livestock shows are fun to watch. I don't care who you are. I grew up in Maryland. I was kind of a city folk. I don't have a lot of experience around cows and whatnot, other than eating them. But but when I go and watch these shows, it's fun. It's just fun to watch, especially the smaller kids with like the cows, the heifers, even the pigs. They're just fun to watch because these kids work these animals, and to see a kid that looks like he's 50 pounds soaking wet navigating around an 800-pound cow and manhandle it, you know what I mean, and really not just doing it for show, really, doing his job or her job and showing this animal. It's cool to me to see that, and pig wrangling's funny to watch. I don't care what anybody says. When they got a bunch of pigs, don't know where they're going, and you got a bunch of kids with boards trying to make pigs go in certain areas, I can watch that all day.
It's a good time for sure.
But that's just half the battle or half the fair here. Then you got to go into the education and the arts and crafts area, that whole fleet of building there at the fairgrounds, because there is so much amazing content in there from kids, from food to your sewing and artwork and all of that stuff. And I defy you to understand if when you go through there, like, you sure a kid did that? You look at stuff and you're like, Mom, help! What's going on? I mean, it's so good that but it's the kids. They're doing their stuff. Mm-hmm. So please, if you get a chance next week, come out to the fair at some point and get you some grub and of course visit the livestock show or two, and definitely want to come out for the livestock auction on Friday. That gets wild.
Yeah.
And you can bid early and often on the animals, because this is that's like college fund money or project fund seed money for the next kid, depending on how old they are. And so that's like the fruit of their labor for all the hard work this past season. So, and it really starts. Some of them, I guess, it starts at the fair, right, at the Chaves County Fair, and some will go on to compete at the Eastern or State Fair.
Correct. Yeah, this is their first fair. Some of them may have gone to some jackpots this summer and practiced.
Okay.
But yeah, County Fair is the first fair they'll have, and then they have an opportunity to go to State Fair in Albuquerque in September.
Okay.
And then they'll end it with the Eastern New Mexico State Fair in October.
Okay. And Tamara, I'm sure it's the exact same for the home ec side of fair stuff, right?
Right. So all those that get first place at County Fair then have the opportunity to go to state, and then first through fourth go to Eastern in October.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you get involved in any of the fair stuff, Drew, or is your stuff farming and ranching, or I didn't know if you're in there measuring pumpkins or something?
He does have to come judge with us.
I am. I'm going to be helping judging, and then also we've been having a lot of tagging events because all of these animals have to be tagged and registered and labeled for it.
So that's where you're involved.
I will be at the fair helping out any way I can.
Gotcha.
He gets drug around wherever we need him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
so that's the fun part.
You're the guy that just fills the gap in the line. Wherever there's a gap, put Drew in there.
There are days when it's all hands on deck. So
I get you.
Friday and a few of the other days are one of those days.
Let me ask. That was a sexy snort, but let me ask this. Could you guys? Is volunteer help a thing for you guys? I mean, could you always use, like, people say, hey, if you got some free time next week, we could use some volunteers to help wrangle kids or do whatever out at the fairgrounds?
Yeah, we always need volunteers for helping with projects. So I mean, we have over 200 projects in 4-H. Tamara and I, we can do our best. Andrew, we wrangle him in too to lead those projects, but 4-H wouldn't be what it is without volunteer leaders helping lead those projects. So especially if they have a niche that they like to do, whether it be, we had a woodworking project this year that was led by a leader.
We had cake decorating.
Cake decorating was a leader.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we really try to utilize people that have that skill to teach those workshops for us. But yeah, Tamara has been looking for volunteers for Friday. So we're always looking for volunteers to help us with our programs.
So reach out to the extension office. We'll give you the numbers here in a little bit.
Yes.
If you're thinking, I'd love to teach some kids my hobby or my passion,
Yeah.
And that's the best teacher. When someone's teaching you quilting that loves quilting so much, that love exudes into the teaching and kind of.
We have one that helps with quilting too.
Yeah,
we do. We have a lot of sewers.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's great, because I feel like with technology and the way the world we live in now, those kind of skill sets are declining, not increasing.
Right.
And so it's good to see the next generations picking up sewing, picking up these, by the way, it didn't come from the store mentality. You have to make these things. So good deal. I got to ask, because I've had experience doing this. Do you get a lot of food eaten and judging at this time of year? Is that because I've done that in the past where I've had to judge at the fair for eating, and on the surface it's delightful, but about an hour into it, you're kind of like, what was I thinking?
We do. We have a whole section that's about food and food preservation, and we do encourage our judges.
We forgot to get Mike as a
hard
judge
lesson to
this year.
learn.
He's going to be on my list next year, though, to come judge.
Well, I've trained better now. All right, I've trained better. But,
Small bites.
But it is fun. But it's one of those things you're like, especially if you're like, because it's usually like baked goods. Mm-hmm. So it's like cookies and cakes and pies. And after a while of eating nothing but cookies, cakes, and pies, you're like, I'm going to die. But you want to take a nap, one or the other. You're going into a sugar coma. But it is really, they do a great job. I mean, that's just it. That's part of the small bites is legit problem, because you're like, ooh, this is so good. You want to take another piece and then you get the idea, well, I'll save it to the side and get it later. And then by that time, you're like, I don't want to look at it. So it's fun, but it is work. It's not a party like one would think judging an eating contest.
Right.
So.
And she will be looking for judges for October too. So for Eastern Fair, so you get to taste, all 9 counties worth of.
So that's a lot more
baking.
So
yeah.
So judge this week to train to be a judge.
For Easter,
Easter. It's kind of like the Coney Island Nathan hot dog eating contest. You got to train to get to that sucker.
Yes. Start now.
But the fair's a lot of fun, and I hopefully you bring your family out some point next week and come and root the. If you go to where you can go to the extension office to find or is it the Eastern New Mexico State Fair website? Which does it have like the fair book for this year's fair?
So if you go to our website, so travis-extension.nmsu.edu, you can find a fair book there. Next week on Facebook, I will have a schedule of all of the events, and probably on Instagram too, if you follow us on Instagram. But pretty much the livestock shows will start at 8 o'clock Monday through Thursday.
Okay. I did see a schedule somewhere or another. I thought maybe it was an old one. I thought I remember seeing one.
There is one in our newsletter that's posted on Facebook too.
I thought I saw one floating somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's out there, but
it's out there.
If you can't wait till then, call Andrew and she'll work something out for you here.
We'll get it figured out.
But please make plans to attend and be a part, because this is the heart of Southeast Mexico, is that farming and ranching and supporting that industry and again, Eastern New Mexico State Fairgrounds has been a great home for all of that, and even during COVID last couple years here, that was a mecca for many 4-H and FFA and all that, the showing of all that for the whole state last year. So it's great to see, and so come out and be a part of that. It's a lot of fun. It's a whole community. It's really Southeast New Mexico, just in a nutshell, basically, has come out to the fair, basically. So.
Yep, we're very low key. It is free because we just have the livestock shows and the inside exhibits. We do have a horse show on Friday or on Saturday at 5, and then on Tuesdays the rodeo, and that will begin at 6, I think.
Okay, and that's at the Bob Crosby Arena there.
Correct.
At the fairgrounds. Which, that's where all the proper rodeo
may
is
be
done.
at 7.
At 7.
There you go. Well, and that's the beauty of it. You just follow your nose, because then you'll do like the hamburger stands and all that. Just follow your nose.
We don't have all of that. That's Easter. We might have one food truck. That's about it.
I just put food somewhere, and
they will come.
If you feed them, they will come. That's kind of. Oh man, what else do we want to cover here? Other things outside of the fair we want to get on people's radar.
So we're coming up on pecan weevil season.
All right.
So August 4th at our extension office at 200 East Chisholm.
Okay.
We're going to be handing out pecan weevil traps. So if you have a backyard pecan tree, please come see us August 4th from 11 to 2 o'clock. If you can't make that time frame, reach out to us. We'll try and reserve a trap for you. Really what we're trying to do is monitor where are the pecan weevils. So far, where we've been seeing them haven't been in our orchards, our large production orchards, which is very good.
That's a good thing.
But we are still finding them in homeowners' backyards.
Okay.
And so we really want to nail down where are the weevils within Chaves County. So if you have a backyard pecan tree, come see us, come get a trap. They're absolutely free. We'll show you how to put it up, how to monitor it, and you can let us know.
I'm just curious. Like you said, you're not seeing it in the commercial. Do they use different whatevers to make that happen versus what, say, a private person with a pecan tree would do?
So, yes, there are obviously some treatments that go on within an orchard that are in a large-scale production
Which is
orchard.
probably not feasible for a person just owns a pecan tree or two.
Yeah.
Too expensive or too
generally
something.
they're not doing. And but one of the big things, too, is kind of a good thing. The pecan weevil's a really bad flyer, so it's a bad traveler.
So spread them out.
It first got established by a homeowner bringing a pecan tree back from Texas and planting it in their yard and here in the city. And so because they're bad flyers and they're kind of trapped in the city right now, but they are moving around within the city, and eventually they will spread on out if we don't continue to control them. And so that's one of the big reasons why we're trying to monitor them with these traps. So we're handing out these free traps. It's going to be in coordination with NMDA at our office. And then It's not something you have to do, but it is something we encourage. If you do find pecan weevils, there's an absolutely free treatment option for the homeowner.
Okay.
And all it is a soil treatment. They're treating the soil because the pecan weevil, during this time of the year when we're handing out these traps, comes out of the soil.
Okay.
And so they're not actually treating the tree. It's not going to affect your tree. It's not going to affect your pecans whatsoever. It's strictly a treatment on the soil to try and get that weevil as it comes out of the soil.
Okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around what a weevil trap looks like.
So there's a couple different styles.
I'm just curious. I was kind of like, what does a weevil trap look like? I want to know.
So there's a couple different styles and a couple of different ways. So what happens when that weevil comes out of the ground, it will just look around, see the bark of a tree, and fly to that dark tree bark, and then it crawls up. Because, again, they're terrible flyers.
Gotcha.
And so they don't want to fly that much. They will fly to the trunk of the tree and then crawl all the way up. So what the trap does is it wraps around the trunk of the tree at a certain height, generally about chest height. And so when that weevil crawls up, it just crawls into this little funnel that eventually leads it into a little jar where you can easily
Pretty ingenious.
Okay. It is. It's using its own.
I was trying to wrap my head around it. I'm thinking like a little cage on the ground. I'm like, what am I? That don't sound right. I was just trying to kind of wrap my head around it. So very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Now I got an image, since they're bad flyers, of like a weevil sitting on like a Snoopy doghouse with a cowboy hat because they're from Texas, and they're going, yeah, and crash into a tree. that's the image I got painted when Drew was talking.
It's about how it happens. Mike.
That's what I figured. But if you have, like you said, if you have questions or thinking, please reach out to the extension office, and of course, if you have questions about any of the rules involved your pecans and quarantining and where you can take them and where you can't take them, Drew can help you with all that information.
Yes, because we are under that quarantine right now. Chaves County, Eddy County, and Lee County are all still quarantined because of this pecan weevil.
Okay.
And so it's the most destructive insect pest of pecans.
Wow.
And so we've been pretty lucky that it stayed in homeowners' backyards right now, but we really want to try and get it on top of this, find where they are, and get rid of them.
Yeah, they wanted to eradicate it, not give it the strength to show up eventually in our commercial pecan orchards and things like that. So that would, because once people start paying we're paying a lot of money for everything now anyway, but when they can't get their pecans, you will see some salty people. It'll be nuts. Yeah, you're waiting for it, I know. If anybody has any questions about anything we talked about here, whether it needs help with the pecan weevils or fair information here or 4-H or if they want to learn more about signing up for diabetes class or diabetics cookbook, any of the stuff that's coming up in the future months here.
We do. We have a Prevent T2, which is our year-round diabetes prevention program, and so it's kicking off in August.
Okay, so now's the time to get in on that. Reach out to Tamara at the Extension office for information there. So give out the phone number or the best way to get a hold of you guys at the Extension office. I know it might be a little tricky next week, because it'll be all hands on deck out at the fair.
Secretaries now at the office, so we have a full staff now.
So they can take a message for you.
Yes, they can take a message. So they can call 575-622-3210.
Okay.
Or if they just want to come by 200 East Chisholm Street, number 4, we're at the southwest side of the health department building.
There you go. And of course, if you're out and about at the fairgrounds next week, just look for any of these three, and if they're very busy, maybe wait till they're not so busy. But, come say hi and see what you can do to get involved. So
exactly.
Good deal. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We stuck with that image of the cowboy weevil. The rest of my day. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. It is 9:00. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
Global crude prices for the drop in prices at the pump. Debates raging over new drug price provisions in the Democrats' latest budget reconciliation bill.
If you ask White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, she'll tell you.
We're on the cusp of a big win here.
A loss, not a win for Americans in need of leading-edge health care, says the Senate's top Republican.
Washington Democrats are working right now to find ways to put more bureaucracy between American patients and the treatments they rely on.
Republicans fear price controls will inhibit drug companies from investing in new and better treatments. Bob Agner reporting.
Outrage in Uvalde.
Over 400 law enforcement officers there. Not one was man enough to go in there.
Daniel Myers speaking at a school board meeting last night in Uvalde. The Texas Department of Public Safety launching an internal review of the long-delayed police response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School. It is primary day in the state of Maryland, with the gubernatorial contest drawing particular interest. Closely watched race to replace term-limited Republican Governor Larry Hogan. The rally rolls on Wall Street this hour. Right now, the Dow is up 483 points for a gain of 1.5%. The Nasdaq 231 points higher, and the S&P is trading 70 points to the upside. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon two factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
Some 9/11 families are upset with former President Trump for hosting a Saudi-backed golf tournament at one of his New Jersey properties.
The victims' families say Saudi Arabia played a role in the attacks, something it denies, and have an ongoing lawsuit. In a 2016 Fox News interview, Trump also blamed the Saudis. The LIV Golf Tour is backed by the Saudis and scheduled to begin July 29th at Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster. In a statement, LIV says, "These families have our deepest sympathy. While some may not agree, we believe golf is a force for good around the world." Critics also accuse LIV of ignoring Saudi Arabia's record of human rights abuses, including the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. I'm Julie Walker.
Japan's foreign minister says he expects South Korea to take appropriate steps toward resolving the country's wartime disputes, especially the mishandling of the issue of forced Korean laborers. Townhall.com. TV crew accused of unlawfully entering a U.S. Capitol office building is off the hook.
Federal prosecutors have decided not to bring charges against 9 people associated with The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The crew from the CBS show was arrested in an office building in the U.S. Capitol complex last month. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington says prosecutors cannot make that case stick because the crew was invited and that their escorts never asked them to leave the building. The arrest came after a hearing of the House January 6th committee on June 16th. Oscar Wells Gabriel, Washington.
It is a financial transaction that's raising some eyebrows. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband purchased millions of dollars in computer chip stocks prior to a congressional vote on billions in subsidies for the domestic chip industry. To get on Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 513 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Crazy gear. Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Tuesday, everybody. For those that were watching the video stream at home or work there, during the news break, I believe you were looking at a live cam footage of our tower site.
That's kind of baller. I was literally like sitting here looking at the screen like, because of the quality of that picture and like the screen quality, like the gradienting, it looks like some things are moving.
Yeah.
And you're like, it is a live shot. Things are moving. Like, oh.
Yeah.
I did not know we had that technology.
Well, I think they put it in there. I'm pretty sure that's the KEND tower site. I'm trying to get the lay of the land on the picture I was looking at, and that's what it looked like to me. I don't think it's our KTZA tower site, so I definitely don't think it's our Artesia one because there's more buildings around that one. So
we should put one up on the top of JP White.
There's been talk.
I mean, I know Casey loves getting up there on that rickety wooden ladder.
Well, not to get too here with the glasses on.
Actually, right.
Yeah. That has been talked because I know not to get inside baseball, but they microwave signals to and from Artesia to here and then out to there, and there's repeaters and things that go to this and that, and it's above my pay grade, but I know there's been some consolidation talk and all that, and one of those options is putting something, maybe even our backup on the roof of here with something, but that's kind of out of my
I believe there is
league.
a camera here already on JP White.
On the roof?
Really?
There used to be one.
I think, at one point there was.
We used to have one up there.
I think it would just, there's people who tune in like to a live stream of a stop sign and like take bets on this page whether or not people are actually going to stop at it. It's like notorious people don't stop at the stop sign. We could just, when our show's not running, just on, ksvptv.com or YouTube, we could just have like a live stream of just like downtown Roswell with like lo-fi beats underneath it. And then you could just run for like 6 months straight.
There you go.
We could run a betting ring.
I bet we catch all kinds of nefarious stuff on there.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on where it's pointed at.
Right?
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
People tune in just to see what's going to happen in downtown Roswell.
Could be. It may be. But,
aim it right towards Pioneer Plaza?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with the cams and stuff, but they're doing some stuff, and we might have some fun things to play with, in the future. But yeah, we used to have one.
This is a recording, by the way. It's
not right
live.
now?
No.
We're not live.
That's live.
The background. The backdrop.
Oh my God! You scared me.
I
was like, wait, this is a recording? What's happening?
So what you're saying, that was a file footage of live video. It's not actually the live video. Gotcha.
Because that's not. I don't think that's Roswell.
Okay. I can't tell. I think it's KTZA and Artesia, but
I like how y'all are still looking up like there's something.
I know. I'm looking at the brain burned in image in my head.
What are they seeing that I'm not? Am I hallucinating? He's saying this whole thing's a recording. You're looking at stuff that isn't even there. What's going on?
I'm in my head. It's there. I'm looking at it, but there's a road that goes through, and it kind of looked like the highway there going to 70. But maybe I'm wrong.
I'm still looking. I was still looking. I don't know what I was looking for, but I'm still looking. It's because you're pointing. I
know.
I feel inclined to look at whatever people.
I think that might be my new move.
I'm just gonna point at.
I'm just gonna point at stuff. Go ahead.
Pretty soon the timer's gonna reset.
Right. Oh, okay. I wasn't even looking up there, but yeah, I think that might be my new move, where I just point at things and it has nothing to do with what my conversation is, just to see if I can. It's no different than when you're saying you got something on your chin and you rub your cheek and people start rubbing their cheek. It's say you got something on your chin and you start rubbing your cheek.
If you're just talking and you just stop and go, guaranteed every time someone's going, did I get it?
Yeah.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
How about now? Did I get it? Every time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? I appreciate those people. Like My buddy Misty had my back hardcore in Vegas. She made sure to point out every single time I had a bat in the cave. Now, granted, that's sort of humiliating that she's noticing every single time I got one hanging, but it's like, thanks.
Well,
maybe tell me more discreetly next time.
So much better than letting you walk around with that bad boy.
Yeah, but she goes, like from almost across Fremont. She's
really?
Like,
she noticed from that far?
Well, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but
I thought it was bears in the cave.
5 feet
Maybe
away.
she put it there.
Maybe she put it there.
Maybe she's doing it to set you up, and she put it there. You don't know.
There you go. She just has a baggie of them.
Who doesn't? I keep bats.
Just carries a baggie of
just says,
excess bats.
Bats for cave.
Bats,
and that's
cave bats. Right. Cave bats.
It might be. So, oh man. Here's what we got on tap for this hour of the show.
Just from 5 feet away, she just flings it at me shuriken style, like a ninja star.
Hey, this is just.
Hey, right here.
I just picture like an anime style cartoon where she's flying through the air and they got those lines going through, and she's just going ha ha ha, and bats are just going into people's
just all over
nose caves.
Just caves.
Yeah.
Every cave on the strip being filled with bats from her satchel.
Yeah, and for some reason she's throwing them, but in a flying kick pose. Like,
see, because in my mind, I like how you did that. In my mind, she's like hugging them like one would a ninja star.
Okay.
Like she's got like basically like one in each finger held down by the thumb, and then she's unleashing them like instantly.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how she deploys her cave bats.
All right, put that movie on Disney Plus. That should be a new Marvel movie right there, Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think we just wrote a whole season of Phineas and Ferb.
I'm telling you.
Let's get it back into production.
Let's get I don't know. We get some I don't know. We get somebody famous to play. We'll do it.
What's Newfound Glory up to these days? We can get him back, right? We can redo a theme song.
Oh yeah, we need to get a new quirky, catchy theme song for it. Of course. So, let me give you the rundown for this hour. We're going to keep up to date with the weather here in just a few. Then we're going to play an interview we had last Thursday. Amy Viveteus joined us to discuss their Heritage Drive-Thru event coming up August 25th, I believe, off the top of my head. And now's the time to start reserving and getting your tickets, and they're going to feed you and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Just think about that food.
Yeah. It's beef tri-tips or a chicken dish.
Nice. Yeah. Is it chicken à poivre?
It's, where is it at?
If it's chicken à poivre, you got to go with the chicken à poivre.
Well, I think they describe it as in what's in it versus what's the name of it is.
Like, I'm serious. I was just thinking about, like,
it's a spinach and artichoke grilled chicken.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have that. And as you were talking about the drive-through, this is just, every time it happens to me, I just start thinking about Pepper's food and about the last time I got a steak au poivre from Pepper's. Mm-hmm. The second I drop my kids off, I'm going to Pepper's and getting a steak au poivre. Sorry, kids. See you next week.
Kid, here's your multivitamin. I'm going to get steak au poivre.
That's maybe the best thing on their menu.
I'm just wondering, is that a mix in your bottle?
No, it comes like this.
Or did you just take a can of Fanta and just pour it in there?
This is Panhandle Pure. No, this is the mango Tangelo flavor. And like I said, it's so orange it makes the
very
Bulldogs
orange.
jealous. Yeah, it's like electric.
It's
boogie.
It's that McDonald's high C orange, very orange, Sunkissed or whatever they put. I don't know. I don't get the orange at McDonald's.
It's delightful.
Yeah, it's Sean's thing, not mine.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to stay hydrated.
Good call.
That's right.
Drink your fluids.
All right, it is 9:15. Here's the reason why you need to stay hydrated. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your Pecos Valley weather. Extremely dry and extremely hot weather building in area-wide for today, folks. We have plenty of sunshine coming in, a bit of a southerly wind, and our high temperatures are ranging anywhere from 105 to 109. Actual highs here, not heat index. Those will be the peak temperatures today. Now, the overnight low right around 75. We're near 105 on Wednesday with plenty of sun, maybe a pop-up storm. That's your latest forecast. I'm Jennifer Naramore.
Thank you, Jennifer. Currently, did I update? I did. 83 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 27%. Winds currently out of the south at 12 miles per hour. We do have a heat advisory today. That's going to take effect officially at 1 o'clock this afternoon through 7 p.m., but the hot is already creeping. We're already in the 80s here at 9:15 in the morning. 109 the expected high today with winds out of the south 5 to 10. We do have a chance at some isolated showers and thunderstorms this evening, a 20% chance. Mostly cloudy, 75 for an overnight low. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly sunny tomorrow, highs around 104. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monsoon rain chances once again tomorrow night, 20% before midnight. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 74. Thursday, sunny, high of 101. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 73. Friday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers, mostly sunny and 99. And then sunny and hot, 100 on Saturday. More of the same on Sunday, sunny, hot, 100 for a high there, too. All right, it is 9:16. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview we had last week with Amy McVeigh-Tejas talking about the trip down memory lane drive-through fundraising event. That's up next. Don't go away.
Yup, it's back to school season, and Roswell Honda wants to get you geared up with the 5th annual Back to School Blowout. Stop by Roswell Honda now through July 29th and register your kids to get a backpack chock full of supplies absolutely free. Then on July 30th, join Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash with lots of free food and fun stuff for the whole family. And that's not all. While you're there, register to win a brand new desk, office chair, and HP laptop. Register now for the Back to School Blowout, July 30th, 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Coming to the Liberty, Friday, August 26th. Don't miss an evening with Neil McCoy. And special guest, Austin Van. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 8. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. For info on how you can become a bona fide member, visit thelibertyinc.com. Don't miss an evening with Neil McCoy and special guest, Austin Van. Friday night, August 26th. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 8 at the Liberty in Roswell. Tickets are on sale now.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has immediate openings for experienced vacuum truck, kill truck, and hydrovac operators. Operators must hold a Class A CDL or Class D CDL, at least 2 years of experience, and be at least 25 years of age. All positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a DOT drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contributions toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Ed Safety Facility. Equal opportunity employer.
The tool used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called a Brannock device. The person that measures your feet at home for no reason is called a creep with a foot fetish. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20. And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. I had to take a breath before I said it. It's a big title. Jason Garcia and Amy McVeigh-Tejas back with us. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Yeah, doing good.
Good deal. Life's summer. It's hot. It's
it's not too hot.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate seeing. This is why I'm like, what happened to monsoon season? Weren't we supposed to get like a couple more raindrops? All we got was some humidity and 100-degree weather. So I don't know
drops. That was it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, first off, before we talk about everything else, how's life at the home at the JP White House?
It's going, moving.
Nothing. No
grooving,
trees have hit
always.
it. No leaks. No foundations collapse. Nothing.
Not yet.
Nothing.
Well, to be very literal, and we haven't talked about that,
Yeah.
there is a full tarp on the second floor of our largest room. And yes, there are concerns. And one of the good things is we haven't had sprinkles.
Yeah.
Because the last time we had a large rain, there was a lot of water. We took care of it immediately. But yes, we do have roof
that's
concerns.
a new roof,
so
too,
it is.
isn't
So
it? It is.
that is not.
Oh,
You
that
know
part
what
is.
I'm
That one
saying?
part?
That's
Oh,
part.
okay.
See, so that's not. So when we talk about the museum, we don't have a new roof.
Gotcha.
We have a new roof pretty much everywhere else.
Gotcha, but
at the
that part,
museum,
it doesn't.
That's
Okay.
right. So for those of you who are wondering, and we're talking about it, yes, we are still taking money, collecting for there's
All the
funds.
preventative maintenance that we do
Yeah.
is very expensive, but we keep up with it as
We
best we
do.
can.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of,
That's
point
so
of why we
important.
do some of the fundraising,
Yes.
when we
Yes.
have these things, because, well, all of you homeowners out there know,
Yes.
it costs a lot of money to maintain and
Maintain.
upgrade a house. And then let's put that caveat, this is a historical building, and you can't just slap up some drywall and call it good. You
No,
gotta,
not even close.
yeah, you gotta be more prestigious. I mean, you know what? Yesterday, and I was kind enough to be invited for the grand opening of Cahoon Armory over
Yes,
on the NMMI.
beautiful facility.
Beautiful facility, but talking with the general and talking with Colonel Barone, the AD over there, and talking to some of the folks there. When the conservators go into that, just about any building on that campus, I think the general said all but 3 buildings on that campus are
Totally renovated.
or historical landmarks.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think there's only like 3 buildings on that entire campus that aren't historical landmarks. The rest are historical landmarks. So anytime they renovate, remodel, it's a huge deal, a whole thing. And the JP White House is no different. It is the same thing. Anytime we have to do a roof replacement or any kind of major renovations to it, we have to. There's certain rules because it's historical.
Oh,
so
yeah.
certain construction techniques and things you have to stick to as close as possible the way it originally done and all that. Materials, obviously, some materials and things it's impossible to replace. Asbestos and some of the things they used back in the day. We're like, probably shouldn't do that anymore.
Well, then as you talk about that, you having to stick to these rules and regulations, and that drives the expense up a little bit more and limits who can do the work.
Yeah, exactly. And then exactly. Who can do the work? And by the way, we're in COVID, which means supply demands 3 times higher than what it is. Availability of people to actually sit down and do the stuff is trickier. So that's really been probably the biggest hurdle that the Historical Society's been fighting. I mean, on top of keeping the museum available to people and all the things that you were doing during COVID to have that happen. But at the same time, our biggest struggle has been maintaining of that facility, keeping it available for the next generations to come see it.
And I'll tell you, one of our biggest challenges is to prioritize what's most important, because as you know, we don't have just an open checkbook to do all of the projects at the same time.
We have to prioritize the need by need and by,
we have wants. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
We have wants and we have needs.
Oh, yeah.
and then the list within the list.
Yes.
That's a numerical order of the wants and the needs.
Sure.
And we don't even really talk about the wants.
No, very rarely.
It's just a long-term goal.
I feel like it has been a lot of putting
goals.
fingers in plugs the last
What
couple
we
of years.
want is to reduce the needs list.
Yes.
That's right. There you go. You go.
But I can say this as a board member myself and sitting, we have a board and a group of people that have been amazing stewards and getting the most bang for our buck when it comes to doing this stuff. We've had many people that have helped and
a lot of generous people. That's true.
Yeah, not even
generous
just financially, but just making calls, making connections, just helping that way too to kind of streamline some things when we run into problems and stuff. We just have an amazing group, and we thank every one of those.
We do thank every one of those. And mentioning that, Mike, I think it's important. What a memorial tribute to David, our sweet David, that took care of our home for so many years.
We lost
I would like to say thank you to all the generous donors, because in loving memory, his family requested that people make donations to the Historical Society in his name. And again, he's still blessing.
Yeah,
through that
I know the family wants to be kind of private on this, but just to kind of give people background a little bit.
Yeah.
We had a gentleman that lived in the carriage house, and he was, he just lived there to pay rent to live there, but by default, he kind of became our watcher of the property.
And everything.
Yeah, so this gentleman would constantly be working the property, helping and making things, and we lost him here a couple of weeks ago. And you know, not only was a great man, but he was a great asset to the Historical Society.
He's just a great human.
So we're missing him as a human, and we're missing him as a support of the Historical
But thank you to the family,
Society.
and his legacy continues because we continue to get donations in that will be helping us. So that's amazing.
Absolutely. So, before we get into Heritage Dinner here, we would like to extend that invitation. If you want to get more involved with the Historical Society, we could use all the volunteers that would like to be out there. You know, whether it's serving as a docent in the museum itself, or working with some of the staff in the archive facility, helping organizing, categorizing, you know, doing the daily upkeep of maintaining an archive facility. Or it could be, hey, I love gardening.
Or mowing the grass.
Yeah, I love gardening. I love painting.
Right.
You want me to paint some trim?
Yeah,
or
Our Sweet Joe. Sweet Joe comes in every Monday.
Yeah.
And he works every Monday with Fred. And thank you to Fred. Fred oversees all this. But what you can help the Historical Society at home folding brochures.
Yeah.
You can come in. You can be behind a locked door if you're not really a people person.
Yeah.
You can be outside. You can be in the archives.
Yeah.
The list is long and distinguished, and including just with your whole family getting involved. We love families to get involved.
Absolutely.
We want to encourage
We
a
have a few of
family
those.
to like give tours. Jason is so amazing with his daughter.
Mom, dad,
to
the
come
kids,
through and help.
we have a couple
Making
families
a
like
family experience to really embrace history.
Absolutely. There is a lot of great opportunities to go. And let's face it, there is perks that come with being, you know, because you get to peel back behind the curtain. You get to see, you know, not the parts the public don't get to be a part of. You get to, you know, learn things about that maybe you don't get in a tour, you know, as you're doing it, and you do the years like, you know, that, and you're like, and so if you become a docent, then you can work that into your tours.
We
we
believe in perks, golden opportunities, or AKA blessings.
Yeah, or
right,
if, you know, like the archives facility, you love digging through and categorize.
Yeah.
If you're an organizer or that type of person, I'm sure that committee would love to have some help.
And it's amazing what things you uncover just to helping. You know, you learn a whole lot more than what you see just on display.
Yeah,
you have no idea what all we
It's
have.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then the people that come through there.
The Historical Society is a huge treasure for Southeast New Mexico, and I know a lot of people like, oh yeah, it's a house with a bunch of old paintings and things or pictures, and I was like, but you got to think of it in terms of, we have like the Smithsonian Institute, right? And the Smithsonian does an amazing job of chronicling and keeping U.S. and world history. You know what I mean? You know, if you want to know what things that happen in this country, they've got things there that you can go back and peel back layers and learn. The Historical Society is that for Southeast New Mexico. The history of this part of the country. You're not going to find a more concise collection of information about Southeast New Mexico, history, lore, the whole thing, than you're going to find in the archive facility at the Historical Society. And I'm not trying to, you know, play scary, you know, devil's, you know, oh my good, gloom and doom, but what happens if we don't support that? What happens if, say, the Historical Society tomorrow runs out of money and they got to close that house and they got to close that archives facility? What's going to happen? What's going to happen to all that stuff? We're going to lose it to history. People are going to buy it off piecemeal. It's going to go back to attics and where it came from, you know, things like that, and lost to history. Yeah. And I think for that you know, that reason alone, it's so important to preserve. So when all of us are long gone, those generations will learn about what was going on here in Southeast New Mexico.
Yep.
And that's why the Historical Society is important.
Right.
And that's why the J.P. White House is important, because how many generations of Roswellians
Many
have learned what turn of the century homes and what it was like there because they were taking tours through the J.P. White House and learning about, butter didn't come from the store and, all those kind of things. That's through the historical.
Well, we get a lot of parents that said, I came through here in 4th grade, and then they're bringing their children through.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty cool.
And a friendly reminder, while school is starting, for all high school seniors that are coming through, we want to encourage them to get involved with the Historical Society because we will definitely have scholarships coming up. And history clubs. Nothing would bring greater joy to the legacy of Elvis Fleming to know we've got history clubs at all the schools in Roswell.
Yeah, I know.
And private.
I know what
public or private.
I know Goddard and Roswell have kind of gotten theirs
well,
going.
And it's hard through this life
COVID's
of COVID and stuff.
We kind of
we're doing things a little bit differently, but that doesn't mean it's bad. But we want to encourage.
You just got to learn new ways to kind of make the magic
and arts,
happen.
We're just talking about that. So any way we can get involved.
Well, and then, of course, another way, like maybe you're not one to get your knees in the dirt or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, we need your bucks, too. Financially, we need
coins.
We whether it's loose change, you got a buck on you, come visit. Our bottle doesn't get as much attention because we don't get as much attract.
There's a lot of drop-off locations from Roswell Seed, Roswell Livestock.
But are all of them the Coca-Cola bottles or some?
Most of them.
I think there might be one or two.
Some of the restaurants have smaller, like Peppers. We have one.
It's kind of like the R2D2
we have a lot of different
post office box out in front of. There's only 400 of those in the country. That's a very rare piece, but it's kind of most of them look like blue, but occasionally there's a few other weird oddities in the.
A lot of throughout Roswell.
But if you see the big loose change thing on the front, that's for the Historical Society. Whatever. 50 cents, $2, whatever you drop in there, all of that helps. And we've collected a couple grand off those already.
We have, and thank you to Pioneer for partnering with us on that.
That's very appreciated.
That's been very helpful for some of our events happening at the thing, covering book fairs and things when we have those.
Anytime you hear of us doing an event, let that be a reminder to bring your change.
Yeah. By the way, before we get into Heritage Dinner, I know I was out of town this weekend. How did the historic book fair go?
It was steady.
Yeah, Saturday.
It was steady.
I
think there was a lot of things going on. We discussed, I think that a lot of people were worn out from the week before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if we weren't as busy as we normally were, I think everybody was either hot or worn out.
Gotcha.
It was a short, quick event, but it was, we had a good, steady flow of people come
People that
through
were determined to get books got their stuff.
I'm telling you what, there were some great deals on the table.
They're really...
It's hard to not pick them up.
If you're a collector or into that stuff, that's our problem.
Yeah.
As we see it, and they're like, and then we get home, and your family's like, why do you keep bringing this stuff home?
There are some treasures, though. There are books that you just can't go to Amazon and purchase.
Well,
but by the way, the new books, Donna's new book, John's new book, we've got them available. So call the museum at 622-8333. We'll ship, send them to you, have them autographed, and all that kind of stuff.
And if you're trying to get younger readers, your teens and stuff, the latest 2 books by both of them, by John. John's a novel, and is this his first real?
I believe that's right.
Like novel. Mostly everything's work of nonfiction. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of history interwoven in this, but in essence, it's the stories told through the mind of a 12-year-old. So you're going to be, and I believe Donna's book on the ghostly. Oh shoot! It just
right.
But that's kid centric too. Now, don't get me wrong. Adults can read these, and you're going to get. Think of it like Harry Potter. It's multi-levels where the adults are like, "That's pretty good. I liked it." Even though it's for kids, but it really does resonate
Follow us
with
on
adults.
Facebook or Instagram, and it has more information about both those books.
Good deal. Yeah, but they're both and if those don't strike your fancy, we got all their other books there too. So if you want to get back into Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett and all that, or Wicked Women and all that, we got those books there for you. And of course Elvis's books.
Yeah.
The ones we have left, I think there might. Are we sold out completely on any of those?
The treasures.
I know there's a couple that are more sought after than
treasures,
others.
Yes. Well, and Roundup on the Pecos is a true treasure.
That's the holy grail of
the treasures. The number one, we're very limited on.
Okay.
Yep.
So we basically we have the archive one, and that's it.
Well, we have very few.
Yeah. But be on the lookout for our next book fair here. We
have a lot of events coming up. As a matter of fact, that'll be posted on our website. Go to events. whether it's the next blood drive we have coming up. I know we're going to do a spooky Southeast New Mexico talk in October with Donna and John.
Nice.
That'll be fun right before Halloween. So
Good
that's
deal.
something that I just put on there. So go to our events calendar and just link. I think I was just communicating with her this morning. If you can't see it today, go tomorrow. Just some fun upcoming events.
Very cool. Yeah. But the big event we'd like to put on people's radars is coming up here August 25th. It is, we'll call it a stroll down memory lane heritage dinner drive-through fundraising event. We're basically, how many years now have we been doing the heritage dinner? It's
only 40.
Only 40.
Right.
Okay, I was like 30. I couldn't remember the number.
Well, 1981 was the very
first one. Okay, I was thinking 30s, but 40 now. We're up to 40.
Mm-hmm.
So we're honoring 40 years of Heritage Dinner recipients, basically. Right. So we've got a very long and distinguished list of some excellent people, organizations, entities, companies that we've honored over the years through the Heritage Dinner. And now we're kind of taking a look back and saying we're honoring all those folks. We're going to have we'll talk more about some of the festivities that are going to be going through the drive-through event. We're still kind of adding and working some of those angles now, but we got the part most people really care about. The food plan.
Oh yeah,
the part food. That's like, yeah, that's great. What's for dinner?
And of course,
yeah, you're doing stuff great. What's for dinner?
Well, I haven't had breakfast, and it's already making me hungry.
So, but once again, we've partnered with our folks at Peppers here to provide a delicious meal, as they do every single time we have them help us out here. But it's going to be August 25th, and we kind of gotten people trained pretty good now how it works. It'll be just like before, where about 5:30 you can come to the Historical Society, pick up your tickets. We'll have some swag and opportunities and things, maybe some entertainment and some things, maybe happening.
Some Mike Winters hanging around in the parking lot.
Right.
That's right. My legs have been shaven, so just kidding.
You never know. It could be a mystery. You never know.
It could be.
Come through at your own risk.
But we're gonna do all the fun and things we normally do, and then you'll take your tickets over to Peppers. You get your meals, and then you can go home, and we'll probably have some stuff on the radio, I think, that you can listen to, and more to come as we kind of hammer out all those details. But August 25th, it's happening, and and it's just like before, where you can get a box, or you can basically buy a table of 8, which include your. Which actually feeds bundle. 5 boxes, feeds 10 people. And we'll deliver it to you. Even John, unless you don't want John. If you say, don't send me John, we'll say, all right, we'll give you somebody else.
John's has his regular people now. Most of our board knows our regular people.
Sure.
They're like, oh, hey.
They got their roots. They're like paper boys. They just know their roots and know the people on the route. Yeah. But we'll be doing all of that again here too, but we do want to put this on your radar now. We want to start getting people to start getting their reservations done, because August 8th, which is only a couple weeks away,
is not that far away.
Is the deadline to RSVP. And I know we do this every time, and I'm sure we're going to do it again because we want to make sure. We would love to. It would be great if Adam and his folks, we could say on the 8th. Here's our tally.
There you go.
That's it.
It's set in stone. I know that's not going to happen. I know it's not. I've been to a few meetings. All right, I know how this works. But let's if you guys can, let's go ahead and get those orders in. And again, this helps us. All this money goes to helping fix those roofs, to help with these programs.
Right.
All the stuff we do now, scholarships, that comes from generous donors. This money doesn't go to the scholarships. This actually goes to fixing roofs and making sure everything works. Keeping the lights on and then providing out education and outreach, our Sunday fun days and book fairs, all the things we have events that this helps pay for those things.
We want to add some enticement. We have worked hard on a commemorative booklet. And it will only be available to those individuals who purchase dinner tickets.
Here's a kind of a rough sampling of some numbers.
Right, and that's just the cover. But just to give you a little sample, we've got some one-of-a-kind, unique opportunities you will not see anywhere else in this commemorative booklet. And so we want to remind individuals to pay it forward. I hear this all the time. I'm not going to be in town. We want to encourage you to purchase a dinner box, and we'll pay it forward. We've paid it forward in the past to volunteers and special people that have impacted our lives or helped us or are working diligently on a regular basis. We love to pay it forward. That's part of this.
Yeah, remember that time?
It's not about us. It's not about us.
Absolutely.
Eating. It's about blessing others.
Absolutely. Remember that time your dog knocked down the neighbor's fence? Remember that time that the weed eater accidentally tore down your neighbor's rose bush there?
Yeah.
Remember those things happen? They happen,
Right.
Maybe say, hey, I'm sorry about that. Here's a meal from for you and Joy from Peppers. Pay it forward that way, and
right.
that's or like you said, maybe if you're a business or buy you the table, and we'll deliver
the employees,
and we'll deliver to where you want to go. You want 2 meals here and 2 meals. All right, well we'll take care of that for you.
And I do want to give a special thank you to Excel Energy, that was a past recipient. They were past known as the Southwestern Public Service Company. They were honored in 2017. They just became a corporate sponsor.
Oh, good.
So shout out to them. I think it's important to know that they're not just in it to help, but they are literally part of our history. They literally help bring lights to Roswell, Mexico. Yeah. We've literally taken a trip down memory lane with them.
I know Mike and everybody there at Excel have been strong supporters for the historicals and many other facets of our community, by the way.
Almost everything.
But they've been a real
important
friend of the Historical Society. And we thank them for them and many others. We have other people and organizations that every time something they're there and support us.
100%.
We can't do what we do without that support. So we thank those folks. And we're asking to enjoy some delicious food again with us and buy some dinners and all this. But I point you back to what I started this conversation with, is what happens that we're doing this because if we can't guarantee the future of that building and that facility and what's inside of it. This is how we guarantee the future of that. So this is why I ask you every couple times a year to come and enjoy food and drive through and come do all this, because we want to honor everybody, and that's part of it too. I don't want to get lost in the please buy dinners.
Right.
We do want to honor, because we have some amazing people and amazing organizations. Not all of them are still with us after 30 or 40 years, but all of them have made huge impacts in our community and continue to do so in many cases. And we would love to just remind everybody that these great people are the reason we have such wonderful things in this community.
For sure.
And let's remember that.
And
so on that note, we want you to remember all that and then buy a bunch of food.
That's right. Or pay it forward or make it notice.
Exactly. I guess we should do the menu, huh? If we're dangling a carrot of food, I should probably
if you're Mike Winters, that is high. That's very important.
And I just had this conversation where I was on vacation. People were like, what'd you do? I was like, I ate a lot. And they were like, wait, I base everything on food. What was the food like?
Well, that's vacation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I went to Vegas. And it's like, what did you do? I was like, I love the place that had the burger. I love the place that had the... Yeah, so. But anyway, the menu, Adam's prepared a very delicious menu here. Of course, something that I think at this point we just have to have it, because I don't know if I opened my mouth or someone else did, but the shrimp for two appetizer, those every time I get them, I don't know why they call them shrimp. They're not. They're big. But yeah, they got the shrimp, so they'll come with that. And then we've got one beef entree with braised beef tips. Beef tips. That's a big California thing. Tri-tip and beef tip. I mean, I don't know why it's not bigger everywhere, but Californians love that stuff, but I'll eat it. Or if you're not into beef, you're in the wrong part of the country, but so be it. Or the one chicken entree, which is a spinach and artichoke grilled chicken. So you're going to get a beef tip and then a spinach and artichoke grilled chicken. Ooh, that sounds good too. Served with red new mashed potatoes. I love those. Summer squash medley, rolls and butter, and dessert for two. And I I don't know what the dessert is, but every
I've never
time
been disappointed.
Well, and that's just it. Every time I get the dessert, and I'm like, I'm not, because I'm a chocolate guy, and so it's usually a fruit thing, and I'm like,
Yes, I'm fruity. I'm not chocolate. No.
but you know what I mean? I tend to lean that way. So, but then I see it, I'm like, and then I'm like, all right, and then I take a bite, and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty good, and then I eat like the whole thing. I do it every single time. I
Don't eat both of them.
It's a cherry thing. It's not chocolate. I do my little 10-year-old move, and then I devour the entire thing and be like, yeah, it's good. I do it every time. But we want to put it on your radar. August 25th. It'll be that evening of, which is a Thursday evening.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of usually do it on a Thursday evening that way, because the whole idea is to get you. You know, I know. Thursday night's good TV night. That's when they put all the good shows on Thursday night. So you're going to want to be home. You're like, why do they keep putting these events on Thursday? That's when my Big Brother comes on, or that's when whatever comes on.
Get your meal and go sit down and watch the show.
Exactly.
And you don't have to cook.
5:30 by 6:30 you're eating.
That's right.
And then you're ready to watch your shows.
Ready to watch the shows.
Yeah.
You can go to the website at roswellnmhistory.org to place your reservation.
Yep.
Make any type of donation, or if you have any questions or are not familiar, if this is your first time.
Yeah.
I know a couple of our board members are new. They're not familiar, so we're kind of walking them through.
Yeah.
You know, we're used to doing this, but it's a little bit different. But I think once you get into the flow of things, they are a lot of fun. Somebody asked me just yesterday, why are you still doing a drive-through? Well, you know what?
Because people like it.
They love it.
Yeah.
And it's not that we're not going to go back to the good old days.
Yeah.
But these are good old new days.
Sure. But, and then this is we're being honest here, right? We're being honest on this. You know, when and I know that because we all have experienced this at one point or another. We get, you know, people are coming at you like, hey, you want to buy tickets to this, want to buy, and it's usually going to an event. And I get it. People love to eat, people love to drink, that's what people love to do. I get it.
Right.
And so, but at the same time, people are like, oh, I really don't want to. And then they generally will go and have a good time, but most people go kicking and screaming with a few exceptions. But
there's
most people,
so many competing events.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So people are like, we'll go for a few minutes. You know, I mean, there's the whole, but this, people literally don't have to get dressed up. They don't have to put. They don't
Come
have
into your pajamas.
And they're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna get a beef dinner or chicken dinner, and all I gotta do is go through drive. I was gonna do that anyway through some restaurant,
right?
Exactly.
And now I'm supporting a historical society. And I'm getting a fancy meal here at home, and I'm watching.
And we love to deliver. Somebody said, "Oh, we'll help you out and come." Which, don't get me wrong, it's fun for people to drive through.
We don't mind delivering.
We're thrilled to deliver.
We have we're pretty organized.
Fun.
Weirdly enough,
our board members really enjoy that. We want to have deliveries.
Yeah, and I'm not usually a delivery. I'm usually there, but I have had done delivery.
And
it's fun.
When you walk up and you deliver, they're so happy to have you deliver their food.
Yeah, most people are like, I ain't got no money, I don't want nothing. I'm like, I just got food, dude.
That's right. It's a lot of fun, and we're working on the goodie bags. There will be other. It's just fun.
Yeah,
we're going to have a lot of fun. And Tina Williams will be performing there.
Right.
So if you want Tina and Kent, will be there.
So it'll be just Tina, or will be some of the band and everything?
Kent Taylor and Tina.
Okay.
Thank you. She just messaged yesterday, so I'm just announcing that because it's fun. It's just a nice part of when you're driving through to hear that music, and they're part of our family anyway. And
it sets the ambiance.
It really does.
And usually at 5:30, 6 in the evening, it's not dark yet, so it's still daylight, but it's cooler.
Yeah,
so have your windows rolled down, and you'll hear little Kent and Tina.
One of the beautiful things about owning a historical house on a historical property, it has historically old trees, which are big shade trees.
Oh, yeah.
And so about 5:36, it's quite pleasant usually around that area of the evening. You kind of, I know it's a drive-through, but you kind of want to get out and sit on the grass for a little bit. You know what I mean? So, and of course, if you want to see some of the stuff, like, you're more than welcome to park across the street and walk to see the flagpole and see some of the property.
Yep.
Or sit down on the grass and watch the band for a little
bit. If you're
bit.
out at night, I love to see. We've driven by there quite a few times, and people have their lights shining on the bricks, trying to find one, and I love to see that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're at the drive-in or something.
So please, you're more than welcome to come do all that stuff. But no, the parking lot's going to be a little busy because we have a little system where
for
we
1 hour and hundreds. It's going to be a little bit busy, but we are a well-oiled engine, and it moves very quickly.
Yeah. So
It really does.
if you want to learn more about everything we just talked about and more, visit the Historical Society's website, roswellnmhistory.org or .org. There is the reservations up yet?
They're
on the website.
We've been
so you can,
selling. Thank you very much.
So you can reserve your tickets for the Heritage Dinner here right now today. Deadline again is August 8th, which again we'd really like if you just do it by the 8th.
Please.
So do that. And then of course it's going to be August 25th, Thursday evening, 5:30 to 6:30. You'll come through to get your tickets at the Historical Society. Then you'll take them over to the Peppers parking lot, which is about 2 blocks down from the Historical Society.
Very close.
And then you'll pick up your meals there. Again, very efficient, drive-through, boom, boom. They've got people ready. When you hand them tickets, they hand you bags of food. It's really that quick.
But consider buying bundles and paying it forward, or like you said, quite a few groups will deliver the whole bundle, and they're eating in the backyard. We've had really cool picnics and fun things that they've done.
And if you want to do that, show us your party. While you're there that night, go home and take pics and put it on our Facebook wall or something.
Share it on Facebook and Instagram. We've had some great pictures. Some continuous followers and from the Mary Hales, Rick and Mary Hale, they were, and whether you're in your pajamas, it's a lot of fun. Dress up your table and have fun with it and share that.
Maybe we start a hashtag, like hashtag how I'm heritageing or something. I don't know.
But it'll
something
be
short
fun.
and sweet.
Yes,
But yeah,
we want
get
to
something.
see that. And we want to see you sharing or blessing your neighbors or having a neighborhood watch party or fun things like that.
Absolutely. Yep. But again, 25th of August, we're but a little over a month away from that event. I know it's coming up quick here. August 8th, RSVP. You can RSVP by going to the website, again, roswellnmhistory.org. You can always call the Historical Society, 575-622-8333. Or if you have any questions or reservations, shoot an email, history director at outlook.com, and that's Amy's email address. She gets all of her stuff there. So any one of those 3 methods will get you in the right direction. And of course, if you're a Facebooker and you just put a message, hey, I heard about tickets, I want tickets, I get tickets, someone will say,
that's right.
Here's how you get tickets.
We'll help you out.
That's right. That's right. And while I'm thinking about it, the archives facility is renting a lot. It's booming.
Good, yeah.
We're renting and moving. So if you need an event, a meeting, those kinds of things, make sure and call us for more information about that.
It seats about 75 people, I think, is with the fire marshal sign is, or something
we have
like
all
that.
The tables and chairs and a little kitchenette.
It's got a little kitchen there if you need to cook. I mean, maybe not Thanksgiving dinner, but you can cook meals in there.
We literally have had people with meetings that literally brought the food, and that's all. I mean, we've got the tables and chairs, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's ready to go, nice, clean, great facility.
And by the way, it's got cool decor, historic photos, and
that's right.
Some of our volunteers do a good job of changing up what's in the display box there.
Thank you, ladies.
Keep it fresh.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Yeah.
All the Marys, Mary Ann, Mary Lou, and Elaine. Thank you, ladies. They do a great job.
They do.
And if you'd like to join them, please volunteer. Reach out, volunteer. They always look for more folks. They're getting tired of carrying stuff.
I'd hate to see if I was in charge of that, what that would look like.
It'd be interesting. It's fun. Hey,
Step in my office. You're fired.
He's like, why is that label crooked?
Yes.
Is there anything we missed that we wanted to cover and we just spaced on?
We just appreciate the support of everybody. At the end of the day, we couldn't do this. And we're one of a kind. We're so unique doing what we're doing, how we're doing it. And we are a nonprofit, and we just need help. And we do, more importantly than just us, we partner and think it's, we love to work with others too. It's not always just.
We've got so many positive people that really bring blessings to our facility, our property every day. And Amy helps as a conduit for that. And
we can have fun.
Like
Life's
I said,
too short.
we do appreciate it.
So at the end of the day, we want to bring sunshine, and we can have fun.
Right.
We can work hard. We're hard workers. I'm proud to say that. We work hard, but we have fun and we do great things.
Yeah.
All partnering together with amazing people.
It's all about the the mission statement and preserving that history and allowing the next generations to have it.
And the little ones. We
Yeah.
have fun with little ones. Even Jason. Jason's always bringing his daughter.
Yeah.
But I mean, with kids,
That's the endorsement of the
I love
commercial.
to
Even this
see
guy
our
has
board
fun.
members coming with their kids,
Yeah.
and they want to come.
Sure.
That's
They do.
what I love. That's the thing. It's not they're not being made to come. They're wanting to come.
And then some are
learn and
shy,
have
but
fun.
they feel like it's it's a warm, friendly place, and
Yes,
it becomes a fun go-to.
Well, and if you think about it, especially with young kids, it's full of things that they've never seen before.
Sure.
No.
Or never
And
heard
you'll
of.
never
Well, a lot of
see
adults
all of
haven't
it.
seen a lot of that
Exactly
stuff.
too, but
That's
But when they
right,
go
that's
in there and they
right.
see something like, "What is that thing?" It's like, "That's a hairdryer," and you're like, "What?"
What?
And that was how they dried hair.
Yes.
Back
Like
in
it's
that
from
time.
Back to the Future.
And I
Yeah.
love to see the light bulbs coming on because
Yeah.
once those kids that say they're not into history realize
Everything's history.
Yes.
You're living it right this
that's
second.
that perfect moment.
When they see that 2,000-pound cell phone that's sitting on the second floor,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the
yes.
way, whenever you open your Facebook page and you share that thing, it says from 7 years ago, memories from that's history.
And I do want to mention one thing. In 2016, we honored the 1956 Lions Honda Little League World Series champions.
Yes.
Tommy Jordan was just interviewed by KOA TV.
Okay.
So on July the 15th, watch any news segment on KOA TV, and you'll see a little segment from Tommy Jordan.
Oh, nice.
He was part of that Little
We
League
got a
Series
chance to
team.
talk with him.
Shout out
He's
to
a-
Tommy Jordan, and
yeah.
not just Tommy. We have other locals, Jimmy
Yeah.
Valdez, but shout out to Tommy. His legacy and his father. So thank you, Tom.
Thanks to Amy, I was very lucky enough to talk to some of those folks back when we were honoring the baseball team, and they called in. I think one or two even came in.
Oh, yeah.
And we talked to them here on the show and got some stories.
Those are great moments. So.
Yeah. So July 15th?
July the 15th on KOAT.
On their news, I guess?
Yes, that's
a news
right. Their
segment.
news segments.
Probably
for
the 10
lunch
o'clock.
and evening. That's right.
Okay.
So tune in.
I think usually the news networks like to debut those kind of things on like the 10 o'clock news, and then they'll
Right.
re-air it like the morning the next day.
Just
That's
tune in.
for ratings, I think. But anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
As
Thank
always.
you. We
We'll see you here.
appreciate you.
We'll see you here next time.
All right.
Have a
Sounds
great
good.
one.
Probably later today. It is. And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. I had to take a breath before I said it. It's a big title. Jason Garcia and Amy McVeigh is back with us. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, doing good.
Good deal. Life's summer. It's hot. It's
No, it's not too hot.
yeah. I don't know. I hate seeing. This is why I'm like, what happened to monsoon season? Weren't we supposed to get like a couple more raindrops? All we got was some. And good morning. It is 21 minutes after.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband purchased millions of dollars of computer chip stocks prior to a congressional vote on billions in subsidies for the domestic chip industry. The aviation industry facing the prospect of tighter environmental regulations and higher costs in the coming years. The industry embracing a goal of reaching net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. However, experts who track the issue are skeptical. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Attention Roswell and surrounding areas. Roswell Nissan announces a special vehicle liquidation event. Newly arriving inventory and an overstock on pre-owned vehicles means Roswell Nissan's got to make room. With huge savings on Frontier, Yukon, Ram, and more. Even some 2021s and 22s. And rock bottom back-to-school savings on Lexus, Chevy, Jeep, and even an Audi A5. If you've been putting it off, now's the time to trade up and save. The vehicle liquidation event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West
Find
2nd.
your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625 855-9141 for even faster service.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Bamboo plants can grow up to 36 inches in a day. So if you're told you're growing like a weed, you can say, "No, I'm growing like a bamboo." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It's closing in on 10 o'clock. That's about going to do it for us. If you missed any part of the show, you can check it out at your leisure. Log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll find it there. Also, you can look for 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM on YouTube and our Facebook wall as well. Have an amazing day. We'll be back bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Till then, take care, everybody.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell.